But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Sure, they got one leg.
What's up, y'all?
Whoa, hold on.
Is that Linus Texas?
You do something. What you be doing?
I'm on here freestyling for people, man. Can I do a freestyle for you guys?
That's that dude! That's that TikToker!
Oh, damn. Yo, can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Give us one. Wait, turn up.
Hold on. We gotta give him words. We gotta give him words.
Give me the most creative, challenging words you can think of.
Epidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ambidextrous. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Another big one.
Another big
Chronicle.
one. Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right.
Okay. Revolutionary.
Ambidextrous, chronicle, Afghanistan, and revolutionary. Those are the words?
Yep.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Other artists really need to get their flex up. When it come to freestyles, yo, I'm next up. I be shining kinda like my man's necklace. Use both sides of my brain, I'm ambidextrous. I'm the freshest type. They can feel the vibes from left to right. Y'all know that I'm the dopest on jams. Ambidextrous, cause I can use both of my hands. Then again, it don't matter if I'm right or left-handed, cause I never write it, I hope you understand it. I provide it right off the tip of the brain. And when I'm spitting for my people, all my shit is insane. I make it happen. I'ma kick a rap verse, shout to my homie with the necklace and the black shirt, filming on the phone, gotta get it on your camera. They got questions, Harry is the answer, yeah. I'm about to make it known. When I rhyme, I be entering the crazy zone. Thank you for the words, y'all came up with the good stuff. Shout the homie chilling in the middle with his hood up. I go beyond your flow, going places other rappers wanna go. Do it by myself, no sponsor, bro. I'm delivering the rap chronicles. Your level, I'ma go beyond it. Matter of fact, I'm about to get you lifted like the Chronic. Can't nobody else rock this way. High like the Chronic, that's word to Dr. Dre. H-Mac, I'ma put it down. Every time I'm rhyming, they be loving my sound. Can't nobody really do it like me. Winning in my psyche. Shout my homie who be rocking Nike. On the zip up, I get props. Whenever I be spitting, they gon' see me on TikTok for hip hop. I'ma put it down for all of y'all. I be cold chivalry. This here is the Chronicle delivery. Delivering the magazine and the periodical. I got the hottest flow, you know I brought it, bro. I ain't never slipping. Yeah, y'all just be assistant. I'm Michael Jordan, these rappers like Pippen. Think they on my level, homie, they be tripping. I grip the mic and then I'm about to slam the jam from LA to Afghanistan. I'm about to break it down till I find my peace. They put my music in the Middle East, yeah. All my lyrics are gigantic, I'm about to make them panic. They can feel my shit across the whole planet, yeah. Lyrics is what I'm about to push. He was like, yo, he's rapping right now. He said, shush, please be quiet, he's really getting down. I'ma blow your mind with the rhymes that's profound. I be doing me, and y'all know they never doing Harry. When it come to lyrics, all my flows are revolutionary. What I mean to say is when I'm spitting off the brain, I be revolutionary, go against the grain. I'm about to make a change the whole earth. I'm about to blow your mind with the freestyle verse. The beat style, but I wasn't ready to end. H-Mac be the freestyle internet trend. Let's go.
Sure, they got one leg.
What's up, y'all?
Whoa, hold on.
Is that Linus Texas?
You do something.
What's up, man?
Are you a TikToker?
Yeah, I'm on here doing freestyle raps for people. Could I do a freestyle for you?
Yeah, Yes.
Okay, dope. I need your help because I'm gonna improvise.
Okay.
Can you give me like a song topic?
Okay. A grizzly bear drinking milk.
A grizzly bear drinking milk.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, I love it. Oh wow, you got a grizzly bear on your mug right there?
Yeah, it's milk.
You drinking milk out of there?
Yes.
Oh wow,
Okay.
so this makes so much sense. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Let's go. Yeah, 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 okay, yeah, come on, yeah. Any forest, I get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur would be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Hey, yo, my fur would be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, I'm a grizzly, that's mad facts. Us bears, we got a bad rap. Yeah, people aren't really aware. When they see us while they hiking, yo, they get scared. They like, no, that's that dude, that grizzly that's really gonna steal our food. Damn, hey, yo, his size is godly. He might even catch us and eat our bodies. Yeah, people think that I'ma eat them raw. People scared of my teeth, scared of my claws. People scared cause my size is giant, and they know in a fight that I'm certain to triumph. But here's the thing, I don't like people. I'm not a bad guy, I'm not evil. Nah, that's not the way I'm built. I ain't gonna eat you, I just want your milk. Any forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur would be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, yeah. And my fur would be smoother than silk. Hey, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, real big how I been built. I'm not really a fan of the skim milk. I do invent, loving to drink the 2%. Yeah, and y'all know I don't make people feel the wrath. I want the half and half, yeah. Yo, look in my eyes, they so dreamy. Pour me a glass of milk that's mad creamy. All the milk, you know it shook me. But hey, I think I'll need some cookies. Yeah, that's gonna make sure my mood don't get low. When I got the cookies, I can dip those. Yeah, if I got the milk, it's a miracle. Yeah, I might need a bowl of cereal. Oh shit, man, he even had the prop. Y'all know we drinking non-stop. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, yeah. And my fur would be smoother than silk. Hey, so I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there, yeah. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, hey. And my fur would be smoother than silk. Come on, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, I'm about to make you aware. If you got milk, better pour a glass for the bears. Yeah, I'm out here getting busy. Pour me a glass of milk for this grizzly. Yeah, I'ma make you aware. Hey, go and pour a glass of milk for the bears. Hey, y'all know the milk got me amped. And if you don't pour me a cup, I'll terrorize your camp. Let's go. You
Yeah, Ryan, yeah, what fight are you talking about? Because you didn't give me a link in the email.
Send the link? All right, hang on, I'll send it to you.
Cookie got a hat
No,
on.
we can't play it on the YouTube side.
I know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm saying the
Okay.
next time we do like
A movie night.
we throw a fight in,
Yeah.
I'd like to show.
Well,
I
we
want
could- we
to
could
do the
do- well,
I wanna
we could
do the
do-
beforehand stuff too because it's really important to the storyline. It's
Yeah, but is it long? Is it going to be long?
the fight?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean-
Look, I'll show you. Well, let me see how long the video is.
It's because because Tuesday night I only do one movie. Tuesday night I do a full topic in one movie because I've
Wait
still got
until
to come back
whenever.
Wednesday.
I
But
can wait until whenever. It doesn't matter.
yeah, we can do it the weekend. We can do it the weekend. But you didn't give me a link with it. You just said, "Can we play this
Sorry, I
fight?"
didn't attach it before I sent it. I'm a dumbass.
But yeah, no, yeah, of course we can do it the weekend, bro. We do it the
You
weekend.
sent me a link and I watched it. Ryan, that's a good video. That's a good thing, that.
Did you like? I wanted a PJ to check it out because I want to know what he thinks. Because I want to look through it completely. I watched like 99% of it, but
Yeah,
I didn't see it to
So
PJ yet.
good.
But I thought we could talk about that today if it's open or whatever.
What's
But I don't
that?
know what PJ's got on the docket.
He sent
Oh,
me
no,
a.
I've got
A
the
video
details.
about.
We could do it tomorrow.
Do what tomorrow?
We can
Right,
do it
so-
because our stream's tomorrow, Ryan. We could
What,
do
the
it then.
fight thing. The fight thing.
No, this
No,
thing.
different
Of,
thing. Different one. Different.
Oh, the
we could do
different
that
thing.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah, do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow in Vicky's because this one's kind of
Is it
got a
Ryan?
topic
It's
for tonight.
Ryan.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. But yeah, we could play the fight at the weekend. Absolutely. Right, definitely. Who's this fighting?
It is, what's his name?
It's the strong. He's a strong man anyway. He's like the strongest man in the world.
Oh, you mean the beast?
literally
When you
deadlifted
you mean
1,500 pounds or something like
hold
that.
on, yeah. Do you mean the beast, the one that strong?
Yes,
and
the beast. Yes,
he beat
and he
beat
fought these
that.
twin guys. These twins.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a freak fight.
Yeah, he fought
No, it
them,
wasn't.
but
Yeah.
he also just beat the former heavyweight of the.
I know. I just heard about that too.
Magnus. What's his name? Oh, what the hell is his name? Magnus Magnuson. No, is it?
I don't know.
Oh, the former strong guy, Polish strong guy. He just beat him in the ring anyway, in the thing. But yeah, I forgot both the names. The Beast. What's his name, babe?
No. What? Where's he from?
Hall. Eddie Hall. That's it. Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall.
Yeah, his nose.
Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall. That's it.
Right.
I didn't know you were on about Eddie Hall.
Yes, Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall. So the fight you're talking about is when he fights those two twin guys.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and you know why I want to do that, right?
I can kind of guess. But why?
If you were to besides Beast, if you were to describe Eddie Hall with one word, what other word would you use?
Roided up to the max.
No. Think about it carefully.
What do you mean?
Cool.
What's my name?
Cookie Monster.
The monster.
Right. So
yeah.
you would call him a monster, right?
Yeah.
So my whole pitch would be.
He actually has got that condition where you grow too much muscle. Like those bulls have got. Yeah, he actually has got that condition.
But I was just going to say, I was going to have a headline that said, "This is what happens when Double Trouble fucks with the monster and gets humbled."
We can play that at the weekend. Hey, can I just say hello to everybody first?
Yeah.
Right, guys, good to see you. Let's start at the top. Let's come in here. Oh, so
I'm only here for a little bit. I'm knackered.
Mr. Super Sidewinder, good to see you, brother. Sandro, pleasure. Mentally Divergent, Matthew, good to see you. Ryan, Cookies, always a pleasure, dude. And Charles, Jedi Tech, good to see you. Bazza and the Who's, good to see you guys. Good to see you.
Bazza in the Who's.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just start how we usually start. We've got a topic tonight. It's just we're getting a bit nosy with the Diddy thing, but it's this Christian channel I've come across, Saint AVI or something, I can't remember. But it's just he's equating, he's showing some of the Diddy, something to do with Diddy trials and some of the symbology in there, and there's some of the Hollywood equating it to some of the Hollywood black magic stuff and all that. So yeah, you're at school, are you, Charles? All right, bro. It's good to see you, though. Good to see you. I ain't seen you in a little while, so bless you, brother.
Hi, everyone. I'm not being rude. I'm just really tired.
Yeah, I know. And then we've got tonight's movie on Rumble is Trainspotting. It's not movie night, but I always do a movie on Tuesday night after a full topic. So it's more about the topic tonight, but then we go and watch a movie over on Rumble, and we decided Trainspotting.
That toilet scene.
Fridays and Saturdays movies sorted out as well, but we will watch that fight at the weekend as well, definitely.
I can't deal with the toilet scene in Trainspotting.
Well, you don't have to watch it, babe.
I'm just saying. It's awful. And the baby, that's awful.
It's there for a reason, though. It's definitely
No,
worse
I
than
know
the
that.
book. It's worse than the book, trust me. The book's a lot worse than what the movie is.
No.
You know? It's just kind of like I want to equate it. It's not like just I want to completely. Well, I'm watching it, but there's parts of it, and it was 1996 when I was still on drugs at that time, and the movie spoke to me quite a lot. You know what I mean? Because I was an addict, and also how much I wanted to get off of it as well, which is part of the theme of it. You know, I mean, I was going towards God, he was going towards money. You know what I mean? And job and that, but you know, it was kind of. And then
at school.
Well, there you go. And then the second one came out 20 years later. 20 odd years later, but it was from 20 years later, and called it Trainspotting 2. The book was actually called Porno. The sequel to Trainspotting. The book was actually called Porno, but they just called this Trainspotting 2. And in the book, it was 10 years later they met up, but in the movie, it's 20 years later. And it was just mad. It was 20 years later because it was at that point I had a slip as well. When the movie came out, I had a slip, and not because of the movie. It's just mad. It's just kind of it was out when it came out. The first one came out when I was big on drugs, and then the next one came out when I had a little slip. You know what I mean? It's crazy. 2016, because then I went into rehab 2017.
Me and Ryan are on tomorrow.
Yes, you are. Like, put the link, get the link. Where's your babe? Put
And
your name in
then
the chat. So
on Thursday.
Babe, put your name in the chat so I can go and get a link.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, by the way, guys, look, we can put the overlay of the chat now on the screen. So if you start typing, it'll come up. I don't know if it'll come up. It'll start coming up from now on. Whoever start. There you go. First one's Vicky. See? So you've got an overlay now on the screen if we want it on now. Obviously, I won't have it for the movie, but like if you just start typing, hold on, I'm going to type up garbage.
Ryan's got to do it now. He's like, oh,
I'm just typing rubbish just so I can see her. Yeah. There you go. See? So, yeah, it's there. It's like transparent. So we could have it. If it annoys you guys, just tell me, get rid of it. But when it comes to the movies, I won't have it on during the movies, obviously. But if it annoys you, I'll get rid of it. I mean, I'd rather it not be there, but it's just something new to play with for now.
Do you know who's got great lighting? Me. Because I've been buying lights for outside.
But you don't bother showing your face on stream,
Link.
though. So it doesn't do you much good to have good lighting if nobody can see you.
I don't have a camera.
Right, so I need to go and get your link.
I don't have a camera.
Right.
Well, then obviously your lighting isn't doing us any good, is it?
No, but I meant because I bought.
So
I got
which
loads
one's
of
tomorrow?
lights.
The one at 11:30 p.m. Yeah. One at 11:30 p.m. babe.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is the Ryan and Vicky's stream tomorrow night, guys. 11:30 p.m. Obviously, I'm not on tomorrow night. It's only Tuesday night I'm on through the week until I'm usually on at 2 p.m. I'm only on at Tuesday night because Flats is off Tuesday night, sort of thing.
Get a ring light.
Here we go. Right, Jimenez. Let's get one of Jimenez's observations up, then we'll get on with the topic. And then we'll watch Trainspotting 2 over on the thing Rumble 2. Yeah, I know, babe.
And then Thursday, we're having me and Roger kind of got Heron to agree to write in a troll about a song about trolls, a troll about songs.
You're gonna write a troll about a song.
I told you I'm tired.
That's what we call it. A troll about songs.
Yeah.
It's a perfect name. I mean, think about it. It's like it's weird enough to like catch people's eye.
But so we want like suggestions and stuff of what to put in the song.
There it is. Look, that's the one set for
that's the troll one.
That's the troll one. I'll put a link in for that as well, guys.
Everyone's welcome.
It's too bad we couldn't have put something else in his mouth besides a bone.
I know.
I know. There we go. That's the other one, guys. Right. Let's get rid of that. Hey, Matt, how you doing, man?
Hey, guys, doing well. Watching 5 kids graduate tonight.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, nice. Got my son, my niece, my nephew, and then my niece's boyfriend and my son's girlfriend.
Ooh,
they're all walking tonight.
Yeah.
Why does Matt fart when he comes?
I don't know. He does it every time he does it intentionally.
Babe, Ryan.
He's like, Matt's here.
Babe, you're blocking Ryan.
I know. I'll get rid of it. There you go. There you go.
I just turned on the echo cancellation. Is that better?
I've just turned it off. Oh, it's all right. No, I already did.
Don't turn it off. I'm okay with it. I'll just move over to the side.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I could turn my thing off if you want. It doesn't matter. I thought it was cool because then I could point out I can make a comment and then I can point at it. See, I can go like this. You know what I mean? I could be like, look, see what I said. See what I said. Yeah. Then I don't have to say anything. I can keep my mouth shut more often.
Right, still farting.
Yeah, no, it's all good now. It's all good. I don't change it anyway. But if you've done something to help it as well, that's good. But it's not farting now. But yeah, so you're busy tonight. You're busy tonight, bro.
Yeah, they have they're doing the graduation at 8 o'clock, starting at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
So we're probably going to be up till like midnight. Right now it's only, let's see, 3:18.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't know what time it is. It's 8 something.
Well, for us, it's 8:18. So, yeah, it's 5 hours difference. So we're at the time now that he's going to be.
He is in the future,
Yeah.
Matt.
We're already there. We'll tell you how it goes, Matthew.
Yeah, let us go. Yeah, let me know.
We'll tell you what to expect.
Oh,
Right, Jim. The long fly. Ooh, let's have a look at that one. Jimbo. Yeah, the chat will start coming up when people type again. I think.
Ryan, you know we had like over 300 views on that stream. They took views off us.
Oh yeah, 50 views again. 50 odd views again.
Huh.
So be it. So be it. What's the big deal?
No, I know, but that's a lot of views to
No, that's what I'm
lose.
saying.
is
No,
50.
Or maybe it was because people that weren't in there long enough to actually make it, but we still know people were in there watching it, right? I mean,
Yeah, of course, but the thing
maybe
is,
we'll
it
do
was
better
up
next
past
time. So, yeah.
Hold on, it was up past 300, and then they take it down past 200. Every time she's gone past 300, they've took it down by 50. It's ridiculous.
They always take my
Yeah, I was
views
gonna
off.
say is, remember when we were talking about when we were reading the rules about it and how it works and how there's an algorithm? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's probably that's what that algorithm is like after a certain period of time, it discounts certain ones.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's not counting them,
there's
assuming
still
that
a
they're-
lot of.
I mean, yeah, right.
There's still, you maybe sometimes, but there's still a lot of skullduggery going on. I'm telling you, there's still a
Well,
lot.
if they're confirming it in some way to make sure that to really so that you really know that person really was interested in watching it. I mean, I get that. I think I'd like that information better than thinking that it's something against me, and more like use it to my advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a massive essay
just done
from.
You had a what, babe?
I had a massive essay from Maria on the Mikey stream.
About what?
Bless that.
Oh, about Mikey. I bet it's babe, yeah. Babe, you've gone quiet.
I haven't.
What's going on? Where's? Oh no, it's because I hear it in the background. Where's? Someone had their YouTube on. I heard it in the background. I heard your voice in the background. Like what? And it was really quiet. Like you've gone quiet a bit.
No, I'm really, really tired, Jay. Hi, Mr. Super. Hi, Charles. Hi, Sandro. Hi, Matt. Hi, Bazza.
We've already said hello, you know.
No, you did. I didn't.
I think when I say hello, they say this. It's like it goes for both of us, didn't it, babe?
Look, I'm that
With
tired.
this.
I weren't going to come on. And
Yeah, she wasn't coming on. She did say that I'll just watch on TV.
I'm so tired.
My question is, where is everybody?
Well, there's 18 people in chat. There's 18 people watching, but there's not many in chat.
It's more than the 8
Well, I know it
People
takes a
in
while for them to accumulate. I mean, not everybody gets
Yeah.
it right away, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, there was 18 in chat. I mean, there was 20 at one point, but it's mad. It's mad. Like I don't know.
As soon as you say it, they start dropping.
I know it happens. It's but usually when Roger comes in and starts playing some blast off mad music, they start dropping and rumble. I mean,
Roger, I sent him the thing.
sent him what?
So did you see what Ryan put in private chat? Hi, Jolly Man. What was I saying? Roger. Oh yeah, Roger. I sent him the link because I put in our group chat with Heron the link for the troll stream on Thursday, and he went, "Oh, is that today?" And I'm like, "No, Thursday." And he said, "So is the other one today?" I'm like, "No, tomorrow." Hi, Jay. But yeah, he thought for some reason the troll one was today, and I was like, "No, it's on Thursday."
Who's Roger?
Yeah, even though I said on Thursday.
Didn't see him yesterday because he was working. I was on flats yesterday. Oh, hey, Jay Hartley, good to see you, bro.
Yeah, he said he was like, I guess his new job is like really taxing, and he can't. He didn't have time to like check messages or nothing. He just like, but
yeah,
I get it. You know, I get that.
I hadn't
Yeah,
heard
right.
from him, and because I said I just asked, I texted him, and then all of a sudden I got like 4 messages in a row after hearing nothing from him,
Mm.
and I was like, and then he said Nathan's funny, and I was like, what do you mean? And he said no, he just told some jokes, and I was like, okay, random Roger.
Was it random, baby?
Random.
It's random.
Random.
Because they ran and they were dumb.
Like a condom. I hope
What
nobody's
a
using random
condom.
condoms. Not random condoms, no.
You done.
You're con, you're dumb.
Random.
Condominiums, I don't have no.
Ryan's loving this, having the chat on the screen.
Yeah, I know. I really do like that.
It's like
Especially in this private chat too, so I can talk smack about people that aren't in the background. It's quite pleasing, actually. Ooh, I like that one. Sweet cheeks.
You two are terrible. Hi, Jay. I'm
That's
so
so
tired though, and I think I didn't sleep well last night, and I want to get enough sleep because obviously we're streaming tomorrow, and then we've got another stream on Thursday, and I is just cream crackered at the minute.
So tomorrow, are you talking about the mental health again?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna try to be there.
Are we talking about the what? Oh, mental health. Yeah, of course. Right.
But-
well, that'll be the base. I mean, we always end up talking about other crap, but you know how it is.
Oh, of course.
Random.
Yeah, but I'd like to hop in and share my story.
No, you should. I think everyone should. I think.
Yeah, we definitely want people who are willing to tell about it. You know, personal. I mean, I get it's personal, but yeah, we're always open to people as long as you're not going to troll us or do something crazy because we don't need that. So. This is a serious thing.
Man. Good to see
Even
you,
though I
bro.
joke around, it's a serious thing and we take it seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Serious
well, yeah, because
man.
we live with it as well. So, and like I said, when last week when that troll tried to come in to blatantly porn bomb us, and I'm like, of all the streams, it says a lot about them that they'd want to troll a stream about mental health.
Exactly.
And honestly, yeah, and I think you guys even said like that actually should be the type of person to come in and open up and talk because they've got serious problems.
Yeah, if we could actually get a real troll to come in and then they decided to like open up and be honest, that would be huge.
But
we might get some insight, you know. But I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No,
I think that would
Probably
be
not.
like betraying your own, like, you know what I mean. If I did that, like towards the flat Earth, I would expect everyone to like deny me and say he's an asshole. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect anything less than that. You know? Yeah, you don't ever want to take a side, or you know. I mean, I try to remain that. You know, you can call me a flat earther if you want, but it's the water that's flat. So, you know, but I don't like being, talked to about it like a title. Like I'm a Christian, but I don't like being pointed out as like, oh, you're just a Christian, because a lot of people think that is a negative thing.
Well, yeah, I'm a Christian, but I just say I'm a follower of the way. I mean,
or a child of
I
God.
have a relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
Do you know what I say I am?
What's that?
A bitch.
Bitch with a voice.
Crazy.
A bitch with an opinion.
Well, that's true. I always say I'm an asshole.
Yeah, that's
there you go.
wrong,
Not that my opinion matters, but I'm going to give it to you anyway.
It does.
Some of this video, going to this video now, I'm looking at this video and it almost looks like somebody's got their hands on some kind of a light and they're manipulating it. Like if you look at it very carefully, you'll see like there's these weird creases that come across the image at odd angles. And it looks like somebody, like something or someone is in the background manipulating it, like stretching it or messing with it. It just looks weird, does it not?
Yeah, it looks like a flame underwater to me.
All right.
Like you're looking at a flame through water, not underwater.
Exactly. It's almost, but it looks like as if somebody's actually manipulating it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I mean? Like, see how it's, I mean, that could just be the refraction or whatever you want to call it, the bending of light or whatever through the dome or whatever. It's augmentation of some kind, but it's just interesting how it changes shape, like as if it's trying to form into something or something. You know what I'm saying?
It could be manipulation from the aperture of the camera.
Is this for?
Yeah,
is
it
this
could
for-
be
oh,
that.
is this for them?
It could
Babe,
be
is this
heat
for you?
signature
Hold on.
in the atmosphere. It could be what?
Hold on. Babe, is this for you?
I think so.
Is that for?
That's cool.
Yeah, is that
Yeah, that's cool.
you? Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is that between? Yeah. Between Charles's wife and you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it needs, like, we have a lot of stuff about the same kinds of stuff, like a lot of channels, and I kind of want it to be different to everyone else's, and like a women's ministry, I think is really needed.
Yeah, definitely.
And mental health as well. But I think for me at the minute, like both sexes suffer with mental health. Everyone does. Whether it's good mental health or bad mental health.
What do you mean both sexes?
Men or women?
You do know there's a difference
two.
between sex
Sorry.
and gender, don't you, baby?
Well, you can be a eunuch, but you're either male or female at birth.
No, I'm joking.
I know, but I'm just saying that's just how it is. I'm sorry.
No,
but
but yes,
because-
even if you're a eunuch, you're still a male.
I'm okay with you believing that there's more, but don't try to force me to believe it. That's all I'm asking.
Because I'm surrounded by mental men.
There's no more.
Because I'm surrounded by mental men, I've been focusing on men's mental health because men don't talk about it, not like
Yes,
women
I do have
cookies. Right. Okay, let's get on with it.
Oh,
Let's
shut
get
up,
on with
Pat.
it.
I'm going now anyway.
Yeah. You don't have to go, babe. We're just getting into the topic.
I'm going because I'm tired.
Okay. Right. So this guy's called Saint AVS. I've just come across him and like I haven't watched all the way through it, but I just thought, why not? I mean, let's have a look at the Diddy thing, see what it's been equated to black magic in Hollywood and all that. Let's just have a quick nose at it and stuff.
I'm going.
I thought Vicky would like it because she's usually nosy about these type of things.
I
That's
know,
why
but I'm so tired.
I know. It's all right, babe. I know you are. Don't
Love
worry.
you.
I love you too, baby.
Love you all.
Bye, baby.
Love you, Vicky.
Bye.
So let's get it up. Anyway. Let's do it. If it gets a bit dodgy, obviously, because we're on the YouTube side, I might have to like, you know what I mean, forward bits or whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's do it. Where are you? Where have you gone? There it is.
Ultimately, I'm going to show you how this is actually connected to black magic.
Oh, then you said, you said it one word. I did a lot of homework on you this lady. You said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
People are welcoming demons into their life by watching Korn. In her...
Well, yes. I mean, I know, like, look, people will tell you that as well. Anything like that is a gateway. Drugs, porn, it just opens you up to it because they want you into that kind of sin. Absolutely, 100%. I would agree. I mean, look at the words up there. I mean, it's disgusting what they do. Really. I don't want to say it, but I'm not going to say the words, but it's just disgusting what they do. I mean, look.
Let me say, can I say something about that?
Go on.
I do have some experience with watching porn, so I'll just give you my opinion, okay? My personal opinion, yes, most of it's pretty disgusting. You know what I mean? But I guess the reason why they sell it and why they make it is because there's people out there that do get off on it. So I can understand it from a business perspective. If you're making porn and you think that's good business, obviously that's in your own head. But I'm saying if I was that and I was thinking that way, I would put out anything I could too. But I don't know, you know, I'm sure there would be a line, but I mean, it's XXX, right? You're choosing to watch it.
But yeah,
but
from
at the
a
same time,
point,
I don't condone it. No, I do
no,
not.
of course, a business point of view, people are going to make money off whatever they bloody can. But spiritually, you don't want to be messing about with porn at all whatsoever. Point blank. Don't even watch it. Don't watch
Just
it.
remember, all of us individually create this and make this evil by giving into it, and people that do those things on camera are actually the people who are making it happen. Because if those people would say, no, I'm not going there, see what I'm saying? That stuff wouldn't exist.
Listen,
You get what I'm saying?
it's all passed down the line. It all stems from Satan. Satan manipulate this person, that person, that person. It's all down the line. Everybody's to blame for it. Everybody.
I agree.
mouth during an alleged freak-off. In this video, I'm going to show you the dark truth behind P. Diddy.
Hey, look, oh, sorry. He brings it up, but I just wanted to bring it up quickly. Right, see that picture there? I mean, look at the guards behind him in the drawing. It looks like their badges are Baphomet. They're stars.
It looks like an anarchy symbol.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the pentagrams. He does bring it up, that up.
And P. Diddy.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want.
A savage. A savage. That's one of the words, I suppose, but you're lower than that, dude. Lower than that. You're abominable. An abomination. Yes, you can be forgiven, without a doubt, but what you did is evil and it's an abomination.
I'm going to get whatever I want. I have to get.
That the mainstream media will not tell you at all. You know, they're reporting on this situation, but they're focusing heavily on certain details.
What's next? Give me something else.
Well, exactly, Sandro. They were just called something else. He's saying Diddy's parties have gone on for thousands of years since Babylon. Yes, they were just under a different guise.
I think that's
Same
pronounced
thing.
Diddy, as in Diddy.
Yeah, I just said it so I'm not saying his
Oh,
name.
okay, I see.
directly.
All right, I'm sorry.
That's why I said Diddy. That's why I said Diddy. I don't want to give him any credit. Well, I can call him Puff, Diddy, Daddy. You know what I mean? Puffy. How many bloody names has he got that sound gay anyway?
I've heard him.
These guys ain't shy.
Pole
when it
smoker,
comes to,
all
like,
kinds of words.
yeah, these guys ain't shy when it comes to doing each other. Hey, Mikey, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. But these guys ain't shy at all when it comes to them doing themselves. You know what I mean? They don't care.
What can't you do? I can do it.
Which are extremely wicked and evil, but they're leaving out some very, very core details and the reasons why P. Diddy was involved in such sickness, freaky behavior in the first place. Why was he doing these things? In this video, I'm going to show you without a shadow of a doubt why, and well, you can make up your own mind at the end of the video what the spiritual reasons for these things were, because there are definitely spiritual reasons. Now, if you take
Undoctrinated was the front man for the Rock, the vote in the early 2000s. I don't know, bro, but yeah, you're right, man. There's lots of puppets and stuff up there. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a government. It's all look, the whole dobbing each other in. It's all a government. Starts at the government and all that kind of stuff, and then you know what I mean. Then they're just, do you know what I mean? They're all just passing it on to the other. They're all just puppets for each other. Do you know what I mean? They're all just puppets. You know, until it goes way down the line to Satan. They're all puppets, man, aren't they? At the end of the day, I couldn't think of a line to go for the lineage of puppets, because is there such a thing like, you know what I mean? The lineage of puppets. Where's that gone? Oh yeah, there it is.
Take a look at this art here of P. Diddy in court. There's a detail that I noticed, and this shows up in various photos, various pictures in court. And it's the police officers behind P. Diddy over here. Now,
is that what you said? Right, got you. Said, you see, P. Diddy was the front man for Rock, the vote against, right, okay, I get you. And he did, he mentored a lot of young pop stars, didn't he? Absolutely. Absolutely. Babe, Mikey's saying hello. I don't know if you said that. She's not in chat at the minute. She just came out of chat, Mikey. So she's feeling a bit tired, so she's going to lay down. So I don't think she's in chat at the minute. But good to see you, bro.
you'll notice that there's actually pentagrams drawn on the police officers.
Yeah.
Right? You see that? It's a pentagram, without a shadow of a doubt.
It's meant to obviously look maybe a bit like a sheriff's badge, but come on. Pentagrams, Baphomet, without a doubt. I mean, it's the American flag's got it as well. But that's on there anyway. But you can see it clearly on the American flag also. You know? And there's 3 of them, 3 full ones. One on the 2 guards and 1 on the flag. Does that mean anything? I do not know. But come on, it's always in plain sight, guys. Did you?
And these artists are very, very skilled. They are very talented. They have a very high attention to detail. They pick up on facial expressions, body language, and clothing. So why would they be drawing pentagrams on these security guards, police officers, whatever they are, if there's not actually pentagrams on the officers? It's a pretty big question, right? It's a pretty...
No, exactly. Why would they be? Why would they make it? I mean, why would they? I mean, the closest you'll get is a sheriff's badge, and they're not that bloody big. That's for sure. You know what I mean? They're definitely that. So there's definitely 3 stars in that picture. That. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is, dude. Of course it's all a big show. But I still believe that Diddy did these things, without a doubt. But yeah, absolutely, bro. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And Doctor, I completely agree. Completely agree, bro. Actually, I'll read it out.
Or did he? Or did he though?
Oh, did he? Hey, listen, we was listening to a story the other day. We reviewed a story the other day about Muhammad and his friend going to see the Al Zuts, and his friend got to sit behind the Diddy line, you know, and protect himself.
Drawing a line in the sand.
Yes. And
you know what's funny about that?
Hold on, can I read this out first? And this is all a show to draw attention away from the real violators and to make the population believe the government is really cracking down on this type of stuff. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Right, go right. Go right.
Okay. What I was going to say was, if that was real, right, and the things that they say about the El Zut were true, wouldn't they leave their own extra line in the sand?
Absolutely. I mean, they were always prominent, weren't they? So
I don't know what that means.
There'd be a few lines drawn in the sand, I think. Oh, it was a mad
What do they call
story.
that? Proprietism, or what do they call that? When you haven't, like, when it gets stuck that way. What do they call it?
Oh, yeah.
Pietism or something like that?
I can't remember. There's definitely
something weird like that, right?
Called too much Viagra.
Well, no, that's happened to me when I didn't take Viagra, so I'm sure that there's something. It's called something, yeah.
Oh, I've never had that. I've never had that before. I mean, yeah, had it, but it's been for a while. But
well, you had it when you were a kid. You just don't remember it because you were a kid and didn't think anything of it, right?
no, but I'm talking about obviously when we know about it, obviously.
Right.
No,
I'm teasing though.
No, Luca, you're not coming in, bro. I'm sorry, just because I speak to you flat says you're not coming in here, dude. No, thank you. I'm still the same with you. It's Luca, I love you. Hope you get to Christ, but you're not coming on my streams, bro. No, thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bless you, man, but goodbye. I'll talk to you in flat says, but you're not coming on my streams, brother. So, ta-ta. Thank you. Bye. He said bye. Good. Yeah, he had to give it a chance. He had to be a chance and try it, didn't he? Just because I'm back on practice now and again, it doesn't mean say I'm going to accept Luca in here, you know? He still did what he did, and I'm done with having to try with him. So that's enough said about Luca.
Serious question. You know, if this was any other religious symbol other than a satanic religious symbol, then people would be questioning it. If they were having Christian crosses or they were having an Islamic moon and star, they'd be saying, why is that on the police officers?
Right.
But when it is a satanic pentagram, people overlook it and they say, oh, well, you know, it doesn't really matter. Right.
And be more like, imagine if it was just a cross put there. They'd be like, oh, well, why did they put that on there? You know, of course. But because it's a pentagram, nothing said. Nothing said.
Right? It's weird. Now, before we dive into the real deep research, let's take a look at what the mainstream reported about this situation. Take a look. Oh, and it's not
BBC stuff. Hopefully, I'm going to have to pause it every couple of seconds. I know it's changed because of him, but we'll see. We'll see. It should be okay.
In sync for some reason. That's the BBC, not me. But yeah, let's go.
Closing out her testimony, a sobbing Cassie revealed she tried to take her own life 2 years ago.
Right. Okay. I'll have to zap it forward a bit in case it says the word. But yeah, that's the one that Diddy was he married to her or with her? Got a kid with her or something like that? That's the one he kicked in the hotel hallway, wasn't it? I think. Anyway, I'll play it.
The traumatic flashbacks of her time with Diddy became too much. On her second day on the stand in Diddy's federal racketeering and sex trafficking case.
Sorry, okay. It's fine. We should do it.
She gave disturbing evidence that revealed new details of her and Diddy's long public relationship. Cassie, who feared for her safety, said the powerful hip-hop mogul also controlled her through black.
Well, I mean, yes, certainly, like she got beaten up, whatever, by him, but she's in the public eye as well. She's probably part of it. Probably part of the whole thing. You know what I mean? Definitely part of the whole thing. She's in the public eye. She's in the media. She's in Hollywood. She's part of the whole thing. Whether he beat her or not, she's part of the whole thing. I don't agree with it, obviously. Don't beat anybody, any woman for no reason. But she's definitely probably part of the whole thing.
I think a lot of them.
Michelle Obama is considered a leading woman. What? A leading woman in the world of an inspiration for other women. What a mess. Yeah. She's in the leading. Michelle Obama is considered a leading woman. Considered? Who considers a woman? Only him. Sorry, was you going to say something, Ryan or Matt? No? Okay. Are you still there, Matt?
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I just went out and came back in.
I'm here too. I was just couldn't get to the damn mute button quick enough. Sorry.
Okay, got you. I didn't know if you were. Okay, got you. I was just reading the chat. So.
On numerous occasions, he threatened to release explicit sex tapes of the so-called freak-offs, where Cassie said she was forced to have sex with male escorts. She said he did that after an argument, playing one of the videos.
And that's disgusting. If that's what's happening, absolutely disgusting. You know. Like I say, I still think if she's in the public eye, if she's part of Hollywood, then she's part of it. But anything like that is disgusting that happens to anybody. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Ryan. Oh, absolutely.
On a commercial flight with passengers nearby and warning her to behave. He also threatened to publicly release the videos after he found out she was seeing the rapper Kid Cudi.
For those of you who don't know, this lady here is Cassie, and this man here on the right is P. Diddy. And, well, she dated...
I think we definitely know who the Diddy character is, that's for sure. Not that I want to.
P. Diddy, but it's a very strange situation. We'll get into that later on.
He found out she was seeing the rapper Kid Cudi. Next, the defense will question Cassie. It was revealed for the first time today that Diddy settled her civil suit against him for $20 million.
Now, before we get to the real dark stuff, I want everybody to grasp the series of events in chronology.
This is the whole way. Whether this is a set-up scenario or actually happened, I don't know. But it's all coming from Satan nonetheless. If it happened for real and it's definitely all above board video, I mean, not above board because nothing like this is above board, then it's bang out of order. Bang out of order, whichever way it comes. It's evil, it's coming from Satan. It's all part of our show.
Order to a certain extent. This situation here unfolded in a hotel room where Cassie basically, well, she gave her testimony, but it says here, Cassie's testimony against Sean Diddy Combs revealed a monster worse than any of us realized. But is it enough to send him to prison? Now, if it's not, it goes to show the corruption within the court and justice system in America. But let's take a look at this. This is the footage of P. Diddy basically chasing Cassie out of the hotel where they were doing one of their quote-unquote freak-offs, where Cassie was coerced into, well, engaging in sexual acts with male escorts. And I'm going to show you how this is actually connected to black man.
I mean, yes, I do believe completely 100% he did these things, without a doubt. But I think he thinks he's been given a green light just to like, yeah, I can do this. I'm P. Diddy. I can do anything. P. Diddy. I'm Puffy. I'm this dude. You know what I mean? I mentor 15-year-olds and 14-year-old kids. Like Bieber and all that. Fantastic. And look at the state of some of the people that he's mentored.
Magic that P. Diddy was involved in later on. But That is why this man is doing these things. Spoiler alert. Because he is an occultist. He is very deep into Thelema and dark.
Thelema, it's one I haven't heard of, I don't think. But definitely an occultist, without that. They all are. When it comes to this Hollywood, and you're as high up as they are, you know what I mean, rap, Hollywood, whatever. If they're in that scene, then of course, man. Of course. They're into it. They're into it.
Satanic.
If you notice, they all talk about when they're on stage singing, yeah, yeah, yeah. And when I'm on stage, it's this other person that does it, not me. Oh, I don't know, Beyonce, she leaves, and Sasha Fierce comes in. You know what I mean? Nicki Minaj leaves, and Roman comes in. You know, so they're all open to demons, man, without a doubt.
Rituals, which is not being reported on in court at all. The connection is not being made at all in court. The mainstream media are not pointing it out at all.
They're not pointing it out, but don't think the court don't know, because the court are part of it as well. You know, the court know, brother. The courts know about it. They're a big part of it. Oh, it comes. Oh, of course, Thelma, of course. That's what Crowley was on. And that's right, Sandra. That's right. I remember that now. It was just the name, it didn't ring a bell. But as soon as you said Crowley, of course. We'll have to do something on Crowley. But yeah, the courts know about this, bro.
Why is that? Well, because if people know that this type of stuff.
Yeah, Thelema. Hey, man, Lean Socks, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, you've been coming a little while now. I was trying to tell you the other day, but you didn't stay long enough. You've been a few times, so I'm going to make you blue. You got a spanner now. And his moderator. Standard. There you go, brother. You're now blue. I was meaning to do it the other day, but you didn't come in. Because you've been in a good few times now.
Is real, then people will look the other way and find God, will find the Most High, will find the truth. And they don't want that. So they hide these things.
Well, you're right
but
about
this
that.
Is a,
You're right about that. They don't want that. But they're not doing it through No, sorry. They definitely don't want that to happen, but not for the reason you said before. They all know it. Paul Joe, what's up? Okay. Sorry, but hey, Lumpy, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. It wouldn't let you in. It wouldn't let. What was you on the phone trying to do it though, babe? They're saying what you're saying. They're saying that Vicky just said to me in WhatsApp. They're saying if Diddy goes to prison, Trump will pardon him. I don't know if it's true, but that's what people are saying. I don't know if he could do that if he wanted, but I don't know about that. It could just be another thing, babe. I haven't got a bloody clue about that. Would he? I mean, it would give him a bad name, wouldn't it? I don't know if he would do that, but maybe he would. Maybe he would. I don't know. I don't know how true that would be, babe. But yeah, you do keep your eyes on things like that. Fair play, babe. Fair play.
Security footage of P. Diddy, and he gets sent back to his room. Cassie heads away. That happened, and then Cassie comes back. Here she is. Now let's quickly read through this article before I show you the real creepy weird stuff.
What was the 4 M's on the back? I wonder if that means anything. It looks like 4 M's or something else on the back of a top. Trump is 53 times. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, good to see you, Lumpy, bro.
Sean Diddy Combs spend the rest of his days rotting away in prison. He's accused of racketeering and sex trafficking. And it's unclear this early in the trial if the government has the goods to convince the jury he's guilty of those specific charges. But what has emerged in Combs is undeniably a monster. A sadistic...
Oh, you're on. Not a problem, memory man. Not a problem. You're all good, bro. You're welcome.
Soul who laundered his darkness through his work hard, play hard, modern day Rat Pack persona. Too bad they can't put him away for that.
Like I say, we don't get too many trolls in here, but we do get them now and again. But in general, it's just so you're all the same color. You're all the same color. There's no difference between you. You're all blue. You know what I mean? And it's just so you can put links in that in. And just in case there is trolls, then you're armored just in case. But you know, we hardly get any. We do get them now and again, of course. But in general, we are usually, Vicky's usually on top of that. Trump's Hotel was Diddy's favorite. It wouldn't surprise me, babe. Well, I don't. The word, the FUCK word should be banned in chat, babe. But I've actually got that as one of my words that you can't use. It's actually in my banned words, but they still come through. I've got FUCK as a banned word. I've got CUNT as a banned word, and PEDO as a banned word. But they still come through. They still come through. So, yes. Try not to swear in chat.
So this is Cassie now pregnant. It says, heavily pregnant Cassie Ventura took the stand in Manhattan federal court where she revealed the abuse she suffered at Sean Combs' hands. This week in court, the testimony from former...
The whole bloody thing in here. I can't even... I'll have to read that in a
Oh,
bit.
look, a Magic the Gathering advertisement right below it.
I think I'll have to read that later in private because I didn't know you were typing all that. I was trying to do this. I haven't seen... I'll have to read it.
No, it's okay. I just apologize that it pops up every time. My bad.
It doesn't pop up. It's not the same as Restream. It doesn't pop up.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay.
No, it just comes up when, like, whenever one comes up, it'll just next to the private chat icon, it'll say 1, 2.
Oh, I see.
Whatever.
Okay, so it's better.
Not the same as Restream that way.
girlfriend Cassie Ventura exposed the depth of his depravity that bubbled just underneath the surface of his carefully curated image. And remember, these people are connected. All these people in Hollywood, all these...
Hey, Wojo, how you doing? You finally got me live. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You have got me live before. Good to see you, Wojo. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just doing this topic here, and then we're going to head over to Rumble and watch the movie Trainspotting. It's not Tuesday nights. Is a topic night, but I also do a movie as well. But one movie at the weekend. I do like loads of stuff, loads of movies and that. But on a Tuesday night, I usually do Tuesday afternoon, but I didn't do this afternoon. I just wanted to have a little rest for a change because I've been doing a lot of late nights at the weekend, 7, 8 and a half hour streams and that. So of 3 days in a row. So yeah. So 2 o'clock, the rest of 2 p.m. GMT, the rest of this week. And then Friday it'll be 2 p.m. GMT, and then 11 p.m. Well, 10:30 p.m. GMT at the weekend from then on, sort of thing. But yeah, good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
These people in the music industry are heavily, heavily connected. P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, DJ Khaled, all of these people. Have you ever listened to DJ Khaled's music and thought, this guy has absolutely no talent? He literally just screams at the beginning of every track. It's like...
None of them have got any talent anymore. It's all auto-tune. They don't need to be able to sing. They don't have to have any talent. All they need to be able to do is make a sound.
Like a monkey.
You know, that's something I loved about the Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys played their own instruments.
Yeah.
They would actually record their own guitars, and they would even perform on stage.
Of course.
And that was talent right there.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
I mean, that was production. That was engineering. They were, controlling their sounds and going out there and still rapping and hitting.
Well,
and,
you have to remember also that they sampled everybody else's music to get those beats. Remember that.
Of course.
So there
not all their songs. Not all their songs, though. I'm saying that they did have originals that were.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Beastie Boys. I do. I love them. But like I said, I have to admit when I have this other side of the conversation where I say, "Where's the talent in all this?" Okay, I have to say that there's not really much there. And I know I want to defend them because I like them, but that, you know what I mean?
Well, I go back and forth.
You know what I mean?
I go back and forth, though, because they did sample some, but some they actually performed themselves.
Right.
They actually did perform. They would go out with guitars in their hands. They would.
Oh, yeah. I realize that.
All music is inspired by other music anyway, but music nowadays, there's not any, it's all been sampled from something before. Any beat that they're doing nowadays is usually sampled from something in the 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, whatever. And even music back then, even though some might not have been sampled, whatever, all music back then was always inspired. All music's inspired by a different type of music.
All music is inspired
there's
by
only
music.
so many chords, so that means there's only so many beats like actually possible at certain depending on the time, the time and all that stuff. I understand music a little different than most people do, but not saying I know a lot about it, but if you really think about it, and since every note is literally patterned after sounds from nature or God, you could say, it's kind of interesting to me how we don't realize how much of a force it does have on us. and how emotional we get and how we attach memories and things like that with music, and we end up brainwashing ourselves with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Vicky's sending me things through the bloody WhatsApp, like about Diddy, but if it's mainstream, babe, it might be garb, but I'll have a quick look at it quickly. Share it. Yeah.
Maybe Beastie Boys was a bad example, but it's just like
No,
I just know that.
I'm glad you used it.
I just know they.
Hold on, I thought you said Beach Boys. I didn't think you said Beastie Boys. I thought you said
No, I
Beach.
said Beastie Boys.
Oh, did
Beastie
you?
Boys.
I thought
Beastie
you said
Boys
Beach.
would actually they would come out and play guitar and drums. Beach Boys. But they would actually come out and perform, man, and I used to love that about them. You know,
right?
They were an inspiration to me when I was in the 90s.
Oh,
I thought it was really cool because like P Diddy was Puff Daddy back then.
Yeah. He was. He's got so many different names, man. So many different names.
Let me ask a question. If the president can just override someone actually physically causing harm on someone else, then how, like, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. But I'm just about to read out what Vicky sent me, what she's saying. So that's what I'm saying. We don't know if it's bull or whatever, but yeah, I'm just reading what she's sending. Suge Knight claims Trump will pardon Diddy. Suge Knight, he's full of it as well. He's another one. He's another part of the industry. Sean Diddy Combs, a longtime rival, Suge Knight, sensationally warned that President Donald Trump would pardon the disgraced music executive if he's convicted of sex trafficking and racketeering. The imprisoned co-founder of Death Row Records made the bombshell allegation on Wednesday, hours after Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, addressed the Jewish feud during her testimony. Yeah, that's what he said there. The imprisoned co-founder. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, well, I can't see how he'd be able to do that, to be honest. I can't see. He could do it, but I can't see why he'd do it. I can't. But it's me. That's me. Yeah.
It would be a bad look if he did.
Nice one, baby. Right, Ryan, you were saying about it.
Well, I think what we need to do is devote an entire live stream to this whole argument, because I think there's a lot of stuff involved. And I think if we were to put that up there, I think we'd get a lot of response from different people from different sides of all of this, like maybe some that have been involved in music and all that.
A live stream. What would the topic be?
We talk about the reality of whether we believe people's story and whether we believe that, if we have a society where we can be pardoned for doing something that horrible, and I would consider that if you were the one being done to, I think that would be a horrible experience for you. If we can allow that to happen,
that is true. There's no doubt people can be pardoned for it. There's no doubt that people can be and have been pardoned for things. But should they be? No, not if they've done it.
No, I don't. And if I was a president, I don't think I'd pardon anybody unless I absolutely knew for sure they didn't do what they were claiming.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing.
Pardon you.
That's the thing. The whole pardon thing is if you did do it and we just forgive you.
Yeah.
And that is completely wrong. That whole pardoning system is completely wrong.
Right. But if everybody that he abused were to come out and say, you know what, we forgive him, we're going to move on, we want everybody to be free of this, so we're going to forgive him, and then we can all do that, then that would be a great thing. But it's not going to happen. You got to realize when you do this kind of stuff to people, they hold that resentment forever. It doesn't go away. Sometimes it marks their mind forever and makes them bad in a way, because now they have to make these decisions based on that experience. Think about it.
You're right, Ryan.
I've been abused, so I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Because I've got 100 different arguments to go both ways.
Right, and some of those are valid, but you got to also remember there's a lot of people that do things on the side in their own homes, and everybody's in agreement when they do it. So they to them, they think, well, what's wrong with that? Well, there's nothing wrong with that if everybody that's involved wants to be involved. But if one person doesn't want to be there, or one person feels like they're being forced, then that's a problem, because that's called abuse.
Which is why I always say I think everybody has the right to do what they want to do in the privacy of their own homes, as long as they're not infringing on the rights of others. But as soon as one person,
right, yeah, it's It's madness. It's madness. I mean, look at these two together. Two of the biggest moguls going about. Look, the Westie and the Diddy.
What's funny is if you
They
if you
look
would have
like two
asked me
guys.
a song
ahead,
that was
Ryan.
by P Diddy, I couldn't tell you one. I
Say
don't
again,
know.
Nor could I.
Have
Nor
no
could I.
idea. Like which songs.
Oh,
are
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't really tell you names of his songs. If they come on, I'd know it was from him. You know what I mean? Didn't you do Every Breath I Take?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He did. Yep. Yeah, he did do that.
Okay,
But that was
yeah.
obviously sampled from bloody.
But I already liked that
Sting.
song,
From
so he
Sting.
kind of like, yeah, he just slid that one under the rug
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I mean that was the Police.
The Police, yeah, Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Right,
you
it's the
know that
singers
song.
name.
You know what's sick about that is, do you know what that song is really about?
Well,
It's about a guy who's a stalker and he follows some girl around. That's literally what
Man,
it's
and
about.
you know that's another weird one with Don't Stand So Close to Me. It's about like a teacher having an affair with a little girl, like one of his students.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Mm-hmm. Sure.
No, nothing at all. Yeah, crazy. Nuts.
This is just innocent art, Ryan. No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Oh, so innocent. So innocent.
The heck, bro? And this guy's famous. Like all these talentless artists in Hollywood just making millions, billions at times. Why is that?
Can you guess what it is yet, kids? Yeah, freaking idiot.
You know,
Absolute span.
I
never
know
liked
what
that
a
dude
monster
anyway.
is because I am one.
Yeah, I never liked Rolf Harris as a kid anyway, man. I thought he was weird.
Well, it's because
My name's Jake Diddley with my extra leg diddley. What's that about? You know what I mean?
they're involved in black magic.
The all mocking tongue. Jim Carrey. Talking truth here, but kind of trying to make it look like a joke. You know what I mean? But was he actually letting out truth, or was this a setup for him to be a gatekeepery type thing?
Okay.
I don't know.
I can tell you when it comes to brainwashing, when it comes to deceiving your mind, okay, as long as you are confused about which side he's on, that's all they want. That's exactly where they want you to be. It's to where you don't know who's on which side because it's so twisted and around, and everybody's doing these stupid things. Some people are doing it just out of, just randomly because they don't really know what they're doing, but majority of them do know what they're doing, right? And so when you have this thing, see, in order for him to like keep his power over us, if you think about it, he's one of those, whatever you want to call them, those guys that's in charge or whatever up there. He knows his control over us is our fear and our not understanding what's going on.
Right.
If we knew that he was just a douchebag and he really had no power, but see, he's got everybody in the world through the media thinking that these people that supposedly these stonemasons or whatever you want to call them, okay, they're making us think that this is the enemy and he's the leader of that enemy space, right? But then he comes out and he does something that blows your mind and makes him seem like as if he's exposing it, see? And then for a moment you side with him and you think, well, that's horrible. They're trying to make him look bad, but he's just trying to tell the truth. No, he's not. He's the devil in disguise.
That's what they're doing with Trump.
Wolves clothing. Come on.
Yep, and that's what Trump is. Yeah.
Exactly.
He's the devil.
You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Well, you don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know.
And
David
you can
Letterman
see the
doesn't know.
actual
All the
surprise in the host's face because he's like, "What the?" You could see it in his eye. Look at his face when he first says that. He goes, "Dude," he's wanting to say, "What the fuck are you doing? You're gonna blow us." He's like, you can tell by the look on his face.
More upset about Rolf than I was Michael Jackson. Really? Okay. I'm not sure, but yeah, no, I know what you're saying by looking at his face, bro.
comics and show business don't know what this is.
And I'm going to prove that to you today. 8 months pregnant, Ventura was violated all over again, this time in front of the world. She was forced to relive her
I
lowest...
remember this song, film. Do you remember this film, Ryan?
Yes, I do. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I have seen it.
That is one of my favorite movies.
Hold on. I'm asking Ryan a question. And Ryan, can you quickly give me a quick synopsis of it? Because I can't remember what it was about.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Oh, you don't?
I think it's about a serial killer, but I'm not positively sure.
Right.
Do you remember, PJ?
No, I don't remember. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
It was about a certain flower that grew, and it was a drug, and it was a drug that they were all addicted to. And then at the end of the movie, they took the guy. I can't remember the guy that played the part. It was one of the kids from. Oh damn, I can't remember the actor. But anyway, he gets so addicted to the drug that he goes brain dead, and his punishment for being caught for selling the drug was to go work in the fields. It's basically poppy fields. It was
Right.
like an allegory to poppy fields.
Through, I guess.
But he went and he was one that collected the flower that created the drug. So the
Right.
government was selling the drug to the people, getting the people
Okay.
brainwashed and
Well,
like dead, and
alright.
then making them go work the fields.
We'll have to watch it some night. We'll have to do it on a movie night. So
That's
right, I get it.
yeah,
Now.
we
I do remember seeing it. I just didn't pay much attention to it because when it comes to animated films, I don't like animation when it comes to movies. But
Rory
Jolly Man,
Culkin.
Jolly Man, I completely agree with you on that one. I think MJ was stitched up as well. I don't think he was in it.
I think it was Rory Culkin. I think he was the main guy that was the one that got brainwashed and had to go work in the field at the end of the movie. But I mean, that's the end of the movie. So
all right, don't tell us the end because we're going to watch
I'm guessing I have not seen this all the way through, or I've not actually watched it. I think
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to know the end.
Alex Jones is in the movie. Winona Ryder. Woody Harrelson is in the movie.
But I do see the metaphor of what they're trying to put out there. I do see it. It's really obvious.
We'll have to do it one day. I'll just have to see if I can get hold of it and see if we can do it the week. Let me just see if I've got it anywhere. What's it called?
A Scanner Darkly.
Scanner Darkly. Right. A Scanner Darkly. Let's just see.
It gives me an idea for a movie too, or a book.
Possibly. I could rent it for $3.49. So yeah, we might be able to do that at the weekend sometime. I've already got Friday and Saturday sorted, so something for Sunday maybe. Might be able to do that. Cool. Right, so keep that in mind for Sunday.
I wonder what we would have to do to play a movie and comment through it if we got permission. Like, what if we called the movie company and said, "Hey, we want to do this thing where we play the movie and we talk about it. We want to know how much you want, to pay you so that we can use it legally." I wonder what that would cost you.
A lot.
I'm assuming it would. That's the reason why nobody ever does.
Absolutely.
Days, including pill popping,
maybe they should lower the
degrading
price so we
sex
can all do it
acts,
honestly.
and decades worth of beatings at Combs' hands.
Yeah,
she testified about the so-called freak-offs, a term that now rolls off the tongue of federal prosecutors.
Wow. Freemasonry sect right there. This film, right? Yeah, we've got to do this film.
We're just letting you know that what you're about to see is bullshit.
Yeah, but we're going to do this movie.
And now everyone else, and the drugs she took to disassociate from the experience. That's why a lot of these people in Hollywood.
Oh no, that's hackers he's watching there. That's nothing to do with Darkless Scanner. That's hackers.
The actors, these type of people, they quote unquote die of drug overdoses.
Hackers, yeah, I forgot that was there.
The same stuff. Yeah, almost.
Yeah, we watched it a few weeks ago. Remember, Hackers.
There's not a Hollywood movie ever that doesn't have some symbology like that in there.
Of course.
It has to be.
Of course. And the guy who's in this one, Johnny Lee Miller, he's in tonight's one as well. Trainspotting. He's Sick Boy. He plays Sick Boy. The guy you just seen who's looking at this computer screen.
It's because they are so depressed and the life they are living causes them to go down that route. Other times
all over the place. It's all over the place. No matter you even in cartoons. I mean, look at the Donald Duck one. When
what
had the Illuminati. Hold on, let me speak. It had the Illuminati stuck up in the wall and the compass and the G and the set square. Go on, right.
I was going to say, do you know what the Eye of Ra actually symbolizes? And it's not a god, by the way, in case you were thinking that's what it was.
No, it's the sun, isn't it?
It's a picture of your brain cut in half.
Yeah.
Center is your amygdala or whatever they call it.
Do you know that?
Well, it's the
hold on, it might
pineal
look like
gland.
It might look like it, but how do you know that's what it's meant to be for sure?
It's a cross section of the pineal
Just because it might look like
and the
it,
brainstem,
yes,
and the way the
just
brainstem
because it
comes
might
out
look like
behind.
just because it might look like it, it doesn't mean to say that it is actually what it's meant to be. I mean,
Well, that's why they call it. That's why they call it the third eye.
Why?
That is the symbol for the third eye.
Why would the brain being cut in half be called a third eye?
Because that's when they find your
Yeah, but
pineal gland.
yeah, right. Okay, they might even if they equate it, they might call it the
It's
third eye.
it's about
But
holding
the third
secret.
eye. Well, I mean, there's no such thing as a bloody third eye. I haven't got a third eye. Definitely not.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You do.
Physical eyes. I do not have a third eye.
Okay, so what it symbolizes and what they say that it does is that that is your part of your brain that controls your cognitive thinking ability.
The only part of your entire body that has 6-sided cells in it. Think about it.
Whatever, but it's not my third eye. I've got an eye. I've got an eye there and an eye here. It's not a third eye. It's something else. It's not a
it's
third
a representation.
Eye. It's not an eye.
It's a representation of your cognitive thinking. That's the cross section of your cognitive thinking.
That's fine. But how do you know for sure that that's the cross? Right,
we don't know.
No, we don't.
And in fact, they say your brain's in your gut. They say your actual control of your brain is in your gut.
That's why I'm asking Ryan, because he said, "Do you know what that is?" And I'm saying, "What?" And he's telling me it's this. And I'm saying, "Do you know this?"
Of course, I mean, what does it mean to me? You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I was asking, because you said, "Do you know what that means?" And you're saying what it means, and I'm asking, "Do you know this for sure?" That's what I was asking, and obviously we don't.
Well, no, I can't be sure that the person putting out this symbol even knows what it means. But what I'm saying is, to me, it's really obvious. Like certain things in the world, once you recognize them, once you see them for what they are, and it's stunning. It's so stunning how you just realize, oh my God, wow, that's insane, right? But like I said, if you haven't seen it, then I don't expect you to understand it because it's something that needs to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's all great. I get where you're coming from.
I've already had this. I'm saying, but when people say it for this is what that is for definite. When they say that, I'm like, if it's definite, then you need to tell me how you know it's for definite. That's all I was saying.
Well,
we don't know that.
A swastika, right? I would say that's a godly symbol because that's what it was. But for some reason, it's been turned into an evil thing, right?
Yes, absolutely, Steph.
Do you understand how they can use something that's evil and then say that it's good, and then they use that to confuse? Do you understand how that provides you a deception?
I don't think God's got any need of symbols.
No, God doesn't do it. Satan does.
Yes,
the swastika is just the 4 seasons, right? I mean, that's what I've got.
Swastika is used in a lot of places.
The alignment of the stars during certain times.
Yeah, it's the 4 seasons. It's just the sign for the 4 seasons, right?
Hey, Pebbles, one mind.
It's a lot more than that, but yes, it's basically yes.
What did one mind say? I've got so many rabbits in my yard, I can't hardly call it a gat.
I'm sorry, PJ. I always go off on rants, or I always go off on stuff a little bit. I apologize for that.
It's all right.
And sorry, I get excited too when some of the stuff.
I know, but you were jumping in when I was asking Ryan a question. You were saying this. I'm like, dude, I was just asking Ryan if he's saying this is the definite thing. How do you know for sure? I'm not. I disagree. I'm saying if it's for sure, if you're saying it's for sure and that's what it means, I need to know how you know that if it's a definite fact. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm not.
Yeah, and I got you. I got you, man, and I apologize because we don't know that as a definite fact.
Listen,
we don't know that.
You don't have to apologize. This is what we do.
Even if he doesn't know what we're talking about, I think he'll catch up. Now he's probably going to go and look into it now because he's curious. Maybe he'll figure it out too, or maybe we're wrong. Maybe he won't see it.
Hold on. I already know about this. It's not like I haven't seen any stuff about this, but I haven't seen definitive proof that this is what it means. You know what I mean?
Right.
And well, to me, the pineal gland is the pineal gland. It's not a third eye. A third eye would look like this. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just a pineal gland. Physically.
Yes. I don't know why he said third eye. I would have never told you that. I would have.
Well, no, because that's because of the perception part. Like you perceive images with your eye, you cognitively perceive things with your pineal gland, according to science that's been debunked.
That's
so
the thing.
I don't know.
It's like they tell us like a dog will see in shades of blue or in black and white. Really? How are you
We
meant
don't
to
know that.
unless you
How do we know
actually
that?
look
You'd
through
have
their
to
eyes?
talk to the
Exactly.
dog, and the
That's my
dog
point.
doesn't speak English, so that would be different.
That's my point. That's my point.
You'd have to
Yeah,
test
how
it
it-
some other way
yeah.
scientifically to prove that, like, okay, well, if he's reacting to this response, then that has to be a visual thing. So therefore, he's making a visual response thing. But we don't know what's in his mind because he doesn't think like us. He thinks in barks and yips, and he does things with his body. He doesn't really show it with speak, right? He does things with his
Right.
body to tell you what he's thinking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's unless you perceived it through a dog's eyes yourself, then how the hell do you really?
Yeah,
know?
you're right. That would be the only true way to prove it. It would be to put you inside of a dog and then have you explain your experience. Exactly.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
They didn't die of drug overdoses. It's just presented that way, and that's just a fact. As I watched her calmly answer the most invasive and gut-wrenching questions, I had to imagine she was once again disassociating from this very public nightmare. And it's just absolutely disgusting that people such as P. Diddy, they rock.
I mean, it's got the fringe covered their eye. You know what I mean? Even the way they and they have crosses around their necks, for goodness sake. That does might not.
Yeah. Well, you got to. Well, yeah. We won't go there. That'll just be another whole live stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I know about Sandro. I know about the Eye of Horus. I do know about it.
The devil himself,
My
will
point
wear a
was,
cross.
it's not about the information about it. My point was, is for definitive. If it was a definitive fact, how do we know? That's my point. I do know about the pineal gland and stuff. I do know about.
No, and you're right. You're right. We don't know.
No, I was talking to Sandro.
Oh, sorry, sir.
He sent me a link. But nice
just
one,
be quiet and
Sandro. Nice one, Sandro. Bless, bro, man.
Christian crosses. They just have this very strange, deceptive persona. Look, she's also rocking a Christian cross. Whilst they're involved in the most dark, sadistic...
Christian cross, really. I mean, I wore crosses. I mean, I shouldn't really, because it's still an engraving image to a certain extent. But, I mean, at least it's not a bloody crucifix. I mean, I have the cross on my wall and the painting, but it's not an idol or anything. It's just a painting, you know what I mean? It's not like I've got crosses all over the place, and I wear crosses all over the place and all that. But yeah, these rock big diamond crosses and stuff like that. And, you know, I mean, the way they really see that cross is the way they look at it. If they look down in it, it's got to look upside down to them, isn't it? That's how they're really seeing it.
wicked things imaginable. And the scripture tells us the devil...
I'm working overtime for you, BC. I think Sandro's trying to get a managerial spanner. I'm only joking, bro. I'm only joking. Bless you, man. Bless you.
Masquerades as an angel of light. Look at him dressed up in all white with a Christian cross, trying to come across as some servant
Puritan.
of righteousness when he's...
Yeah, some Puritan. You know what I mean? White suits. Oh, he's even got the white glove. Is that meant to represent something? Look at the size of the rings on his fingers. One on each hand. And I dare say they're got to mean something as well, those rings. I'm not very good when it comes to the jewelry, symbology stuff. You know, what is on her fingers? Is that rings as well? Man, see the size of them. I mean, if that's even a girl, I don't know.
quote unquote putting these artists on, but what is he doing to them behind the scenes? What did he do to Justin Bieber?
Where we hanging out and what we doing?
Look at Justin Bieber now. Look at Justin Bieber now. He's messed up. I mean, I'm not saying it's completely Diddy's fault, but come on, he's got to be part of it. There's certain parts in there when, as you see, Bieber getting a little older, and Diddy's saying, "Oh, we don't hang around much around, and we don't hang around together much anymore. What's going on? You're not friends with me, type of thing anymore." And you can see that he's uncomfortable. Even when a woman on stage grabs him by the neck and kisses him, he says, "Wow, I feel violated." You know, grabbing the dude on stage and stuff, and they think it's okay because if that was a dude doing it, they would have been huckled by the cops straight away.
We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when
signed to Usher. So he's signed to Usher, but Usher is signed to Diddy.
What
you know
the what?
I mean?
Huh?
Usher. Yeah, Usher. You know who Usher is?
Usher is a guy who works in a church, but what's that got to do with anything?
Usher, no,
I
it's a
know who
guy.
he is.
He's a
Yes.
rap.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you do know?
I know who he is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the
Well,
song.
obviously, he's signed to Diddy, and Beaver
Really?
is signed to Usher. He's under Usher's wing, sort of thing, at this
Mm.
point. So it means they're all under Diddy. You know what I mean?
Yes, they're sponsoring each other. Yeah.
Of course.
But that sponsorship is obviously you give me whatever I want. Well, I shouldn't say that word. Maybe I'm wrong, but you give me whatever I want physically, what I
Yeah.
ask for, and then I'll make you rich beyond your dreams. And then when it's
Yeah.
all over, you can go your own way and be your own man and then you got to do the same thing to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
he's
creepy
not-
part about it is once you get in there, you realize that's what they want you to do. And what do you do once you get to that point? You wasted all this time and energy trying to become popular and get famous, and then what? The only thing in your way is this stupid little thing. Like some people just go, well, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway because I don't want to be, on the backside. So
yeah,
you sacrifice your whole entire life and your freedom for that, but you get what you deserve.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Right. Come on.
You know, he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full.
Yes.
Buck full crazy.
Going crazy.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And that's a good play in words, but it's true as well, though, bro. Sandro, good words, good play in words, love it, like the pun. But it's also true. Ushering the KI whatever's for duty. Exactly, bro.
It's really too bad that this is such a hard thing to believe in. Like
I
even
know.
I have a difficulty believing some of the stuff that I hear about it. It's like
know,
I get it.
it's-
I know what's happening. I can see that they are like of the devil. But the part that gets me is that some people just exaggerate it so badly that it makes it in. You know what I mean? It ends up being not really true, and that's what they
Yeah.
want. They want you to murk it. They want you to mix it together with your bullshit beliefs, so that way it becomes part of you and it becomes a curse. Remember that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how they curse you.
But anyway, let's get into the darker stuff now and really show what these people are actually about. And this is a brand new article, by the way. It only happened yesterday, this situation. And it says, in its earliest days, a broad racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking case has zoomed in on a single relationship. Oh, and by the way, whenever I talk about these type of situations, anything to do with sexual things or trafficking or anything along those lines, a lot of times my videos have been demonetized. So if you do want to support, check out my website, saintavs.com. Maybe you want to...
Yeah, mine can't get demonetized because I'm not monetized. Even though they've offered me it. I don't understand
Well,
how they offered me it.
imagine copywriting the truth.
Well, there you go. Exactly. But I mean, I don't know why they offered me it. I mean, I've got enough watch hours. Absolutely. I've got the 45,000 watch hours or something you need. But I haven't got 1,000 subs. I've got 600 odd. And they offered me it. Well, it was just the application, but they came to me with it. I'm not doing it. I'm never.
Think about if you just got 100,000 people to do just what you're doing, you'd reach how many? You'd reach 1 million people very quickly,
Well,
right?
of course. But I mean,
There you
I'm
go.
not monetizing this channel. There's no way I'd monetize this channel anyway. Never. It doesn't
Right.
matter how many subs I get. I could, even if I had 1 million, which will never happen, but even if I had 1 million, I wouldn't monetize it.
Right on. Grab something to support the content creation. But anyways, back to... In
I'm
November...
happy we will get on Rumble. That's not much. And the only reason Rumble's monetized is because it has to be. It has to be on that.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, but I didn't. I figured there's no reason to mention it unless somebody asks
No,
about it. But I guess somebody is going to ask.
And people sort me out PayPal's now and again, so I'm happy with what I get,
Well, you know what? I agree with you, PJ. When I think about like what would be the most honest way to run a channel and still be open to someone helping me, right? If they wanted to help me, I'm not going to stop them, right? If that's what. But when I think about that, I think, okay, well, if somebody wants to help me with this, I'll go ahead and pay for it. If you want to help me, balance that out and whatever, I'll accept, if you want to send me something personally. But yeah, I agree. I would not do it through YouTube or any of those because I'm not giving them a percentage of it, right? If you want to support me, you're supporting me and my content. You're not supporting YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube
I've
gets
got no
supported by
problem
you
with
watching
people-
my show on YouTube, right?
I've got no problem with people that's monetizing their Truther channel. That's fine. That's cool. Sometimes they need to. I just wouldn't. I've always said I won't, and I wouldn't. If I had a channel that just say was, I don't know, comic books, something like that, comics, and it got to over 1,000, yes. An entertainment channel, yes, I'd monetize that. But my Truth channel, how I see the no, I'm not going to. I've always said I wouldn't, and I don't have anything against people that do. It's fine, it's all good. But I just
Yeah,
don't
I
want
hear
to,
you.
and I don't want the hassle with it as well. And that's a part of it. And you're right as well that YouTube's getting a lot of it. YouTube's getting a lot of it. But yeah, I'm happy with what I get
looking at
on
stats tell
Rumble.
me that's not a little bit odd.
Yeah, I mean the little bits here and there that I get on Rumble, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. I'd rather just do what I'm doing. Obviously, I'd rather my subs go up so it goes out to more people, but it'll never be to monetize. Like I said, it took me months to put up my PayPal link because Jeremy wanted to PayPal me, and I had to put up a poll, and it was 100%. Yeah, just put your PayPal up. So it took me months to put that up. So that just lies in there. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's Xerxes. And Leonidas.
2023, Cassandra Ventura sued Sean Combs for extensive sexual and physical abuse during their relationship. For more than a decade, the singer...
When I seen that goat in 300, I was, straight away, I was like, yeah, Baphomet. That, straight away. It's like, Baphomet, without that. I mean, it's not even symbology there. It's just point blank Baphomet.
Sexual and physical abuse during their relationship. For more than a decade, the singer and hip-hop mogul, better known as Cassie and Diddy, were a reliable fixture of courtside seats and red carpets. So these people were uplifted. These people were put on pedestals.
Who's scary, Xerxes or the goat?
In the industry. The suit was settled within days, with Combs denying any wrongdoing, but it immediately reframed this sunny portrait of the couple and of Combs himself. So basically, Cassie took him to court and...
Aeon Flux has got the eye. Okay, I didn't know that on Aeon Flux, but it's not something I've played or seen. It's a film.
They settled outside of court for millions of dollars, by the way. In fact, it was 20 million that Diddy gave her. Just let that settle in. P. Diddy gave her 20 million to be quiet. 20 million. If you're innocent, you don't need to pay 20 million to keep someone quiet. You would just fight that in court because you're not going to waste 20 million.
We spotted that the other week when we watched it, didn't we? Well, we knew it was there. Two spotted. Do you remember who pointed it out? I think you pointed it out, Matt, didn't you? When we watched Terminator 2. Didn't you point out the 9/11 thing when we was watching Terminator 2 the other week, Matthew? Matt. Did you point it out?
I don't remember. I could have.
I thought you pointed. When you was here when we watched Terminator 2, though, wasn't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you are. I'm sure you pointed it out, saying that was the 9/11 coming under the thing. I'm sure it was you pointed that out.
You know what? I think it might have been the other Matthew. Yeah. I think I was there, but I think it was the other Matthew. The guy that goes to actually by Matthew. Yeah.
Okay. I was just going to say very observant. Nice one, bro.
Million on lawyer fees, right? That's just not going to happen, especially if you're innocent. That is basically a confession of guilt at that point. A year and a half later, with Combs standing trial in Manhattan Federal Courthouse, Ventura remains the axis of the story that has enveloped her former.
Did you just see that? I don't remember. I didn't remember that.
So what are you looking at? Tell me what I'm looking at.
The two buildings just dissolving. I literally watched that with my own eyes in real life. How
in the background there. Hold on, let's have a look at that then.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Wow, look at that. Is that just like? And I've seen this movie many times.
Your fees, many times. That's just not going to happen, especially if you're innocent. That is basically a confession of guilt at that point. A year and a half later, with Combs standing trial.
Insane, bro.
What movie is that? Super Mario Brothers.
That was after it happened.
Yeah, that was Mario Brothers. Yeah.
I didn't know that one. Right. But it's not the kind of movie I'd watch. That's probably why. But
in Manhattan Federal Courthouse, Ventura remains the axis of the story that has enveloped her former partner. Her lawsuit set off a wave of further civil complaints, as well as criminal indictment that largely.
He's scary. 5, 8, 5. Oh, he's scary as shit. Xerxes you're on about, right? Got you. Aeon Flux is okay. 5 out of 10. We'll have to have a look at one day. I haven't really seen it. Who's in Aeon Flux? That's not Mila Jovovich, is it? Or is it? There's somebody else.
mirrored her accusations,
Oh, yeah,
even
9/11
as it
as
is
well.
set out a broader view of Combs' alleged violence and
9/11.
misconduct.
There's always 9/11 on watches, isn't there? There are always 9/11 on watches. Always, always, always. I wonder if the day was actually the right day, Friday.
Prosecutors charged Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to
Trading
engage
places.
in prostitution, claiming that he had used his business empire as a criminal enterprise to coerce Ventura and others.
Yeah, always on clocks. Always on clocks all over the place. That's right.
Damn.
Watches and clocks. Always. And it was always before it actually happened. And after. But in general. Charlize Theron, thank you,
They
memory.
also,
Thank you, memory.
it's also common for it to be 322, right? And there's a couple more of them too that they're just numbers that they like to put on everything, I guess,
That's right.
to mark their
That's right.
their
Same
work.
as, yeah, that's right. Yeah, usually things like when you in horror movies, if someone wakes up in a dark room, the alarm clock
It's
will
almost
say
always either 2 o'clock or it's some
3.
version of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's always between 3 and 4.
yeah,
You know what
or
I mean?
3. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. That's right, not 2 but 3. Yeah, because that's the witching hour supposedly.
Witching hour, yeah. Witching hour. Yeah.
Which is weird. Because you know why
Which
that's
is
weird?
weird.
Because I seem to wake up and like once 3 o'clock hits, I'm like ready to go. I'm like, I don't want to go to bed at that point. It's like, well, I might as well just stay up the rest of the night, you know?
It is a
So it always
common
made me
time.
wonder, like maybe there was something to that.
It is a common time to wake up when you go to sleep. If you wake up through the night, it's a very common time to wake up.
I know that's another thing I was going to add to it.
It is though, isn't it? It is.
I
Always
get
seems-
2:11 and 3:30. Yeah,
see?
like
You wake
it's
up
either
at those times?
2:11 or 3:30, and I've noticed that it's a pattern and it's ongoing.
So considering that, if you've seen that and you know it, and you know that you've experienced that, doesn't that tell you all by itself that you're being on a level that you can't even see it or hear it or understand it? They're manipulating your brain with different frequencies. You just have to realize it. When I saw these things all together, I realized it. I'm brainwashed. I don't even know how many ways this makes sense to somebody else. I just know that I didn't know about it, and that's really weird because I watched all these movies many times and never noticed any of it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's
There's
weird.
lots of stuff in the movies we haven't seen. I mean, we go back and watch, like, wow, watched it so many times and I did not see that. Like when I watched, we did that Rocky weekend. I've watched all the Rockies so many times and I did not know that Duran was in there. Roberto Duran was in there in Rocky 2, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 1 and Rocky 2. He was in there training and sparring Roberto Duran, and I've watched the movie so many times, and I was like, no way, it's Roberto Duran. You know, it's crazy. You recognize something new all the time.
Elaborate sexual performances with prostitutes, now known widely as what they call freak-offs. Now, for those of you who don't know, these people, these artists such as Cassie, Rihanna, all these people, in my opinion, were coerced.
Rocky 3 is my favorite one of the sequels, but Rocky 1 and 2 is my joint favorite. But I know 2's a sequel, but because 1 and 2's joint favorite, 3 is my favorite sequel. After that, they're okay, apart from Rocky 5. But I still watch them because I was a fan. Best ever movie I ever seen on VHS was Rocky.
Into being where they are today. And when they get to a certain point, they can't get out. In fact, there's an interview. Let me show you quickly this interview with Rihanna. It's literally like 60 seconds where she basically admits that she got taken to a room and they said to her, you're either leaving signing the record deal or another way. And they opened the windows or something and it was a tall building. So read between the lines. Let's take a look at that real quick.
Yes, he said we don't sing songs.
Yeah, Rocky 1 and 2 are serious films. Rocky 3 is where he's changed his passion for glory. Yeah. But yeah, I get you. So yeah, of course. But I mean, I do believe they probably said that to her, but also probably think she went into this willingly. You know?
Here we sang artists, and there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested, and there was this sudden feel of.
I don't know what he said to you.
I think he said something about a window and a door or something. Oh, then he said, you did it homework. I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady. He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
And you know what the most disturbing thing about this confession is? That the audience laughed, right? So it goes to show how deep the indoctrination is for the public to just laugh at these insanely disgusting situations. Could you imagine this in any other context? For example, imagine someone goes for a job interview for being something in, you know, central London or something, one of those high-end jobs, or if you're in America, New York or whatever, right? And they are heavily wanted by this company. And they say, you're either joining our company or you're going to leave another way. And then they open the balcony and they say, that's the other way, right? Basically. Would if you went and told that story, would people laugh? If people would laugh, then it goes to show how sick society is. And to be honest, it is quite sick. Now, anyways, back to this. You get the point that this guy's a weirdo, right? So let's get to the real insane stuff now. Most of you already know about the so-called baby oil that he was using at his quote-unquote freak-offs, etc., etc. When he was raided, they found thousands of bottles of quote-unquote baby oil, okay? Which many have stated are muscle relaxants, actually, and not baby oil at all. But yeah, that happened. Now, this is what I'm talking about where I say it gets weird, okay? Sean Diddy Combs' trial, Cassie Ventura says period blood, urine were involved in freak-offs.
And I've heard that, yeah, absolutely. Menstrual blood, and yeah, urine used in even in potions and stuff like that. I bet it's used in some kind of sex magic, you know, even drinking it and tasting it, stuff like that. I mean, there's even guys on the internet now drinking and mixing each other's semen in a drink. Like I'll get my mate's semen, my mate will get my semen, and they'll mix it in a drink and swap. I mean, what the hell? Why? It's disgusting, man. Yes, exactly, people. Exactly.
For those of you who don't know, when people are
they're not eyes, man. They're windows to a black soul. And I don't mean black because he's color. I mean a black soul because it's dark, evil.
involved in very dark black magic and Satanism. They use period blood in their rituals. You know, a lot of Satanists, they will do these things and then they'll...
You said something. Sorry.
It's called sex magic, and the reason why they use it is and the reason why they use it is because everybody gets how do I say it without being rude? Aroused by certain things when they see them. So how the devil gets you is he gets you to watch these things that you're not expecting that to happen, and then when he presents it in front of you, now it's in your mind. Once you've got it in your mind, you can sit and dwell on it, and then it can become a deception, or it can become something that ends up destroying you. Do you understand? That's why the devil does that.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Agreed.
They'll try and play it off, and they'll try and deceive people into thinking it was just a game, or it was just a party situation, even though it was sick. It wasn't really anything to do with black magic, right? Or they'll get urine involved.
Could be a lot to do with the pheromones, since it's like ethereal in a way, isn't it? Pheromones, you know, the way they travel, supposedly travel and stuff like that. And yeah, it could be to do with that as well. Absolutely. Yeah, I know, dude. I don't want to even think about it. Yeah. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
How's your fingers after all the research, bro?
Hey?
How's your fingers after all the research?
Plenty more to be done. Down to the bone.
Down to the bone. You're good at the clerical work, bro. You're good at the clerical work. What you said? You got anything to say?
I'll get a lot of help from Luca's best friend, ChatGPT.
Of course, Luca tried to get in here, man.
I know.
Like, yes, Luca, just because you're loud in flats doesn't mean you're loud in mine. You know
it was in flats. It was in flats last night, but he didn't say much and didn't stay long.
Because I was there.
Probably.
Anyway, right, I'll play this. I need to nip to the toilet and bust it.
Other things, and they'll say, oh no, they were just trying to do extreme things. No. That is black magic, and people who do those things, they know exactly what they're involved in. I'm going to show you even more later on. But basically, this is a very big insight, because now we know, and we have a confession from Cassie, that these things were involved. This is black magic. This really is. Take a look at this. While appearing in court on May the 13th, the former girlfriend of the music mogul, who dated Combs on and off for a decade until 2018, testified that she was expected to engage in Combs' alleged sex parties during her menstrual cycle. It is sick. We know that the Most High Yahweh in the Bible tells us that women should not be doing that when they're on their period. He gives a direct command that in the Old Testament, actually, he was so strict about it that when women were on their period, they were not to sleep in the same bed as their husband. Okay, that's how strict the Most High is about this. Why? Because it is satanic to get involved.
That's why I'm glad I caught that. Because, yeah, I was going to say when it comes to it, that's why they use it. Because in the Old Testament, scripturally, when a woman was on a chatties,
Leviticus.
When they were, in Leviticus, they were actually classed as unclean for a week. They had to abstain from everything for a week. Do you know what I mean? They were classed as unclean for a week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of that. You know what I mean? So I don't mean it to sound disgusting or anything, but yes. So that's why they kind of use it. They're using unclean things. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Yeah, I actually read that last night, PJ, after I left your...
What, in Leviticus? In Leviticus?
Yeah, I'm reading Leviticus at the minute.
Yeah. It's like it's
abominations.
It's like when someone had leprosy and they had to stand outside the camp, and if anybody come near them, they had to ring a bell and say unclean and that, you know. They did these things for a reason. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff in Leviticus I certainly wouldn't have agreed with, but you know, it's man's laws, man's guidelines.
That's all covenant, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it's all covenant, but it's man's guidelines anyway, based on what God said, and you know what I mean, and the commandments, you know. So it's still men that made up the laws, isn't it? Or the guidelines, whatever you want to call them. It's laws, isn't it? Levitical laws. Anyway, shall we carry on?
Involved in sexual activity when a woman is on her menstrual
So
cycle.
I was just saying, guys, there's a new feature in here. You probably know, you've noticed anyway, that you can have the chat as an overlay, so it's on the screen. So if ever
Banner does that. Puts the chat on the screen as well.
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't use StreamYard. He uses OBS, so he can do that.
Yeah.
But in StreamYard, they've never been able to do it in StreamYard. But when I come in today, it's a new feature, so we can do it now, sort of thing. Which is handy because if it's on the screen, like if I get a stream where it's got a copyright and I have to trim it, if you trim a live stream, the chat replay doesn't come back. It doesn't come back at all. The only way you can get it back is if you restore the original video, and then if you restore the original video, the copyright comes back. So it's a catch-22. So yeah, you can't. So it's handy if the chat replay is not working because you've had to trim it or something, because then it's on the screen still. It's on the screen now. It'll be read on the screen. So it's all good. It's all good. But obviously, when it comes to the movie side, I won't do it because you don't want that over the top of the movie when it comes to the Rumble side. So I won't be having it on the Rumble side.
Okay, it is purely satanic. It is evil. I was expected to have free coughs on my period. He wanted that, and I did not want to do that because he understood what blood magic and sex magic are. Okay, these people are involved in very dark sexual magic and black magic and blood magic as well, which is one of the darkest forms of the occult. Y'all rebuke it in Jesus' name. Ventura said while on the...
Yeah, I get you, Pebbles. No, I mean, I don't get you because I'm a guy, but I know what you're saying. I understand why you would feel that way. Absolutely. I'm not going to read it because I'm a dude. I make screaming about them things. Sorry. What's that, Jolly? The sun has to be below the earth to measure neutrinos above you, but only at midnight. Nice. Huh. Oh, Matt, are you up here? Oh, he's gone. He's already gone. Shit. I'm back. Saying bye to Matt, and he's already gone. Dude, bless you, man. If you can hear me, bless you. I didn't realize you'd gone, man. Bless, dude.
Stand, according to NBC News, who had a reporter in the courtroom, blood would get on the linens. You see, that's what he wanted. He's a weirdo. The 38-year-old also spoke about how Combs, who has pleaded not guilty to federal charges of racketeering, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution, made a male escort urinate in her mouth during an alleged freak-off party, which prosecutor... How disgusting is it? And I'm actually sorry that I even have to read this to you, but I know that many people, they actually get saved when they realize how dark the other side of things are. So when they see, oh, that's really what these people at the quote-unquote top are involved in, they realize, well, if the devil is real, then God must be real. And a lot of people have found Christ this way.
Well,
in fact, there was some people in the comments...
I always say in my testimony, I always say... Oh, you're in twice. Okay, you're not anymore. I always say it in my testimony, even though I already believed in God, but when I was at a Christian's house one night and I was really serious, like asking God to come into my life, and I heard a demonic voice, either the devil or a demonic voice saying, no, you're too late, go and jump. Basically saying, you're too late, you can't be saved, go and end yourself, sort of thing. And it was scary, it was so scary. And I was asking for God to come into my life there, and I heard a demon's voice. And even though I already believed in God, it still, hearing a demon's voice or the devil's voice made me have more faith in God. Because demon's talking to me, and I'm asking for salvation, and he's, no, you're too late. You know, that tells me something. That telling me something. Like, lying to me, telling me I'm too late. He's desperate. Oh, no, you got me saved. So, yeah, give me more faith in God by hearing demonic voice.
A few videos back telling me that is exactly how they got saved. They realized what the heck is going on in Hollywood. Why is everything satanic? And they started looking the other way, like there must be a God then, and Jesus Christ revealed himself.
Oh yeah, Matt, bless you, bro. Nice one for being here, dude. I didn't see you go, but nice one, dude. Sorry for seeming a bit like argumentative earlier. I wasn't being argumentative. I was just trying to get that point across that if it's a fact, then where does it come from? You know what I mean? That's all. That's all. But bless you, bro. You're always welcome, dude.
Hallelujah. So we'll get to that later on though. And that is always my intention on this channel, by the way, is to point people to the truth and expose the works of darkness. So if you're into that, like and subscribe for more. It was a turn on.
Fair play to him. I mean, I've only just come across this dude. He seems like a young dude. Yeah, he seems okay so far. I mean, not that he's gone completely scriptural or anything, but I don't always, you know. I kind of use the scriptures they're using. But I'll put his link in for his channel just in case you want to stop. He's got 185,000 subs, so I mean he's popular. He's popular.
85,000?
85? No, 185,000.
Damn.
Yeah, so he's quite popular.
So somebody asked me in the chat where the sun was. Well, it's not directly above me. It's like one click to the right. It's like maybe, I don't know, I'd say an hour maybe. If they were yeah, it's like
so 2 degrees.
Right above me, it's just to the right. If I'm standing facing east, it's just to my right. That's how I could explain it. The best way I could explain it.
So about 15 degrees. 15 degrees away from you then.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, it's maybe
15 degrees. 15 degrees away from you. Yeah, okay.
It's not directly above me though, no.
No. So if it's an hour away, it's 15 degrees, isn't it? Something like that.
Oh, is that what it is?
Along that lines.
I would be guessing if I said that though. I'm just guessing. It's not much, but there is a difference. It's not directly above me. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it coming for 5 o'clock for you, Ryan?
No, it is 1:51 p.m. right now where I live.
1:51.
1:51. Yeah. Hey, that's a good number, huh?
That's right.
151. Very good. Very good.
Yeah. But yeah.
How sick must somebody be to be turned on by period blood and peeing in people's mouth? That is vile, dude. Ventura, who is currently pregnant with her and husband Alex Finn's third baby, continued, she just felt humiliated. It was disgusting.
Okay,
it was too much. She choked. She didn't want to be doing that.
Now you understand why I have problems with people who claim they drink their own urine. You get me?
Oh,
now?
yes.
Why I have a problem with that? Now you know.
I've got a problem with it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't drink my piss. I think it's waste. Anything that comes out of you is waste. You know, why would you drink waste? You wouldn't eat your shit, would you, if you were hungry?
Hang on, PJ. Are you a piss drinker on that wiki fleur?
Yes, I am. Yeah. I am a piss drinker on that wiki fleur, yeah. But we know how much they lie.
Yeah. I wonder if it's been updated since we looked at it.
They don't actually know that I get my poo as well, stick it in a blender, and drink it all together like a milkshake. You know what I mean? Like a chocolate shake, you know?
Nutella smoothie.
Nutella smoothie made out of urine and shit and scat.
Well, Dave Murphy does it. Santos Bonacci does it.
Can I ask one question, though? Is there anybody in the chat or on the show that actually has done that or does it and thinks that it's cool? Because I want to make sure I don't talk to you anymore.
I doubt it. I doubt anybody in chat does it.
No.
She was in a position and she couldn't easily get out of. Eek. So she was probably, well, I'm not even going to go there. She was probably pinned down or something, or whatever, tied up maybe. Yah rebuked that filth behavior. She eventually put her hands up and Sean saw and told him to stop. So that was probably their word to say, hey, if they do, their thing to say, if they do that, it's too far. She was choking too much.
Nutella smoothie, I'm going to fucking bar. It would be disgusting.
You gotta get him one cup.
Girls like this. Jesus, man. Why couldn't I have met a girl like that when I was a kid? Damn, would have been a lot of fun.
But Bazza, you only need one cup.
That's it. That's it. I mean, it's disgusting, but I guarantee they do these things, bro. I guarantee they do it. It's disgusting, we know. Absolutely vile.
Much urine was in her mouth. Sean urinated on her at the same time. You see, these people are into...
Sorry, Ray.
It's okay. I'm eventually going to learn how to talk in the stream. Maybe if I do my own streams, I'll figure it out better. But anyway, I was going to say, this is the only really bad habit that I'm not going to let go of. So if you want to condemn me for anything, I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying if you wanted to condemn me for anything, you can blame me and say that I'm a dumbass because I smoke a lot of this. But other than that, I try to stay out of trouble.
There you go. Yes, exactly, Buzz. There's some human centipedes. Hey, listen, that's one movie, one trilogy of movies we will never watch on here. Never. Never.
I couldn't watch the first one.
Disgusting.
One?
And they get worse. They get worse after the first one, bro.
What movie?
Centipede, Human Centipede.
Oh, I've heard that was dumb, but
dumb. It's disgusting.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie that really grossed me out. That was like a regular.
Dude, this would gross you out.
Lots of stuff on the internet, though.
Dude, this would gross you out. Human Centipede. Honestly, it would gross you out. It wouldn't. It would actually make you feel dark. It's horrible. It makes you feel dark.
I read the synopsis of it. Basically, a guy sews people's face to another person's butt or something creepy like that.
Yes, but they have to eat. Only the first one gets the food. The rest of them are eating what? The waste is going through one long tracked pipe right till it gets to the end.
So what happens to the shit at the very end of the line? Does it get pure?
It comes out. It comes out while he's having sex with them.
Oh, no way. Are you kidding me?
Yes,
no way.
I'm not kidding, no.
Oh, that's just even worse.
PJ,
yeah,
that could be a documentary, you know.
Oh,
that might
dude.
That's creepy, bro.
And the first movie has got three people. It's got one on the end, one at the start, one in the middle, one at the end. And the second one, it's got like about, I don't know, 10 or something. And the third one, it's a prison full of people, a yard full, all sewn together of prisoners. It's disgusting. It's really horrible, dude, honestly. You wouldn't like it.
Who wrote this crap? This garbage?
No idea. It seems to be
came up with it.
really foreign. I don't know.
You know that the second and third one, anybody behind you that was thrown to your bottom they'd be dead or they'd be unalived in a matter of days, right?
That was part of his problem as the doctor. They used to get infection and die, so he had to try and sort all that out. So he experimented a lot. He did it with his dogs to begin with, and then on humans. So yeah.
Degrading women, and I'll show you.
Are you talking, Ryan? Because you're on mute. Are you talking to us, Ryan?
No, I'm talking to somebody next to me about what's going on over here in the background.
Okay.
Something else in the future, right? And this is for all you men out there, because I know men are involved in this more than women. Men who are watching corn, okay? You know what I'm talking about, right? Understand that when you're watching that, you are engaging in Satanism, okay? A lot of the time.
Oh, Pebbles, don't even look for it to watch it. Seriously, don't. Just don't watch it.
these corn stars, they are actually putting pentagrams under their beds. I'll show the confessions of this, by the way. They put pentagrams under the beds that they are having sexual activity on during the scenes, and they are literally doing rituals on camera. And when anybody watches that, they are partaking in that ritual, even though it's already happened past tense. That is not how these occultists think. They know. So understand that if you've ever got caught up in that corn stuff, it is satanic. It is purely wicked. Think about it. Think how creepy it is. People
100%. 100%. People that don't even know each other, just doing it. I mean, it's a spiritual thing. Sex is a spiritual thing. And so when you're doing that and you're putting your seed into someone and someone else, you're mixing all these spirits together. It's not a good thing. That's why it causes a lot of trouble. You know, when you sleep with someone, when you're with someone else, how much trouble does that cause? You know, how much jealousy does it cause? Even if you're not with someone, but someone likes you and you do that just with everyone, like, he doesn't see me. And, you know, it's disgusting. And it causes a lot of problems spiritually, physically, socially, and personally, within family. Man.
Are literally watching other people engage in sexual activity. How weird is that? But they've normalized it to the point where it's actually, well, one of the biggest struggles that many men in the world are dealing with today. And I know this because being in the position that I'm in, many people trust me and they come to me and they tell me, hey, can you pray for me for this or this? And one of the biggest things that men and women as well, actually sometimes, but not as often as men, message me about is that they're addicted to corn, okay? And I want you to realize that it is
and a lot
actually...
of people do get addicted to it, without a doubt. They can't stop watching it. Whacking off 20 times a day, nothing left in them, you know? And people do. I mean, I watched it when I was on certain type of drugs, even there. But the next day when I was off the drugs, I felt dirty and horrible for just watching it. So I was never a lover of porn at all anyway. I didn't like it one little bit. But when I was on a certain amphetamine drug, then yes, I did. But that was drug induced. So I've never liked it anyway. But some people are really addicted to it. Really are. They can't, and it bugs them so much because they're married, stuff like that, but yet they can't stop watching it. And they feel bad, obviously, because it's all, because, well, it is. It's adultery. If you thought it, you've done it. It's adultery. So, yeah. It's a big thing for some people. What's that, would you? Oh, he's making jokes again. I have what's called Alzheimer's sex. I can't remember the last time I did. But I also didn't like the Terifia franchise film that has gotten sad. Story isn't original, just to add tons of graphic gore and violence to sell it. What film is that? The Terifia? I've never known. I don't know that one. Terrifier. Sorry, Terrifier. I'm not reading it right, but I've never seen that one. I don't think.
Satanic. It is really black magic. And there's a reason why people get in a cycle where they feel like even when they don't want to watch it, they watch it because they are literally under a spell.
Yeah, they don't want to watch it. Look, they're hurting down between. They're hurting. You know what I mean? The red draw, they're swollen, but they're addicted to it that much, they go and watch it again and slap it about. Disgusting, man.
They've engaged and they've partook in black magic without realizing it a lot of the time. And some people will say that's insane, but unless you really understand the spiritual realm, you're going to think that's insane, right? But it's not. That is literally what is happening. People are welcoming demons into their life by watching corn.
Agreed.
Anyway, back.
Agreed. Demons, definitely. Sandra said, "Watch, I'm not desperate to yeah." Definitely not. It's a psycho slasher film with a mute. Oh, I've seen it. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the trailers to it. I get you. Okay. Might have to watch the first one just so I've never seen any of them. So I might have to watch the first one to get the sense of it. We might do it one night. Is the first one worth watching on here? Oh, geez. Wonder what I was doing when it came out. I was thinking it was maybe the 70s. Those 70s movies had really creepy music. Oh, I definitely. Some of them did, without a doubt. Aye, same old song and dance. Okay. No point then.
To this story though. During her testimony, Ventura also discussed the Bad Boy Records founder's affinity for baby oil and said that everyone involved at the parties would cover their bodies with the solution, including at least one instance.
Didn't they have some kind of drugs in the baby oil as well, though? What's that? What are you doing? Are you using a grinder, Sandro?
Oh, sorry. I'm doing
That's
a
all
Roger.
right. How do you use that? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm typing.
That's
Yeah, I'm going to mute.
Hey, you don't have to. I'm just saying. I just recognise the sound. Hey, chilling. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure. I ain't seen you for a few days. Is all good? Is all good?
Of Ventura entering a pool filled with baby oil. So this guy.
I know the last time I seen you. I think it was when I did the Al Zut. The Al Zut when Muhammad got attacked by the old Al Zut. So maybe you were still recovering from that one.
He was walking funny too, wasn't he?
Well, maybe Al Zut was part of the old Diddy parties where, I mean, we kind of like know that they kind of tried to breach the Diddy line.
Well, knowing that story, it doesn't surprise me that these Kabbalists, which is what everybody claims they are, right? They're Kabbalists
Right.
who believe in black magic crap.
Right,
That's
right.
exactly what they're doing. So to me, it's like confirmation that, yes, we've identified the proper thing and we've identified who they are. Now what we need to identify is how do we get rid of them so we don't have to live with them controlling our world and abusing the people that live in it. Because you might be one of those people someday.
Yeah, muscle relaxers.
Is such a freak that he literally filled up an entire pool with baby oil. And like I said, many people speculated that it wasn't actually baby oil.
Pool of baby oil. Do you think you could swim through that oil? Do you think you'd be able to pull yourself through oil? You would. I don't think it would work very well, would it? You won't be.
You are lighter than oil, so you would float. It would actually be easier to swim.
Yes, but to propel yourself through it, it wouldn't be easy, would it?
Oh, I don't know about that. I never thought about that part. I think it would be easier.
I don't think it'd be.
Because there's more drag.
Yeah,
more drag.
You get more pull, but more drag.
Right, so you'd be able to swim faster. Because your hands would be able to get more. So because remember, when you swim, you're using that to your advantage. You're narrowing your body and then using your cupped hands to pull you forward. Right?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
If you were to elongate yourself the same way, it seems to me you'd be able to swim faster. Maybe there'd be a limit, but still. I don't know. But I don't know. Let's test it out.
Yeah. Steve Harvey on Family Feuds is always talking about squatting baby oil. I heard he was at, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. A lot of them have been there, dude.
It would be toxic to your body if you were in it very long. But I'm just thinking it's mineral spirits, right? That's what baby oil is. I think that would be toxic in a large, like if you were bathed in it, like not just put it on your skin, but to bathe in it, that'd be dangerous, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
But muscle relaxers. But yeah, that's a different
there
story.
you go. You're right.
Sean wanted it
You're actually right. Muscle relaxers. I didn't know that.
heated, and he wanted it to be glistening, so they applied it every 5 minutes. And she testified this per NBC News. If Sean wanted it to happen, that was what was going to happen. There was no way around it.
Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
That was what was going to happen. They used 10 bottles of baby oil, regular size. And look, she says here why she did these weird things. It says she didn't want him to be upset or not trust her. She testified. He was a scary person. He would be violent. And we've seen this, right? If you've seen the videos, you've seen he can be a very, very violent person. Let me show you. Look at this.
Allegedly shows Combs assaulting then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway.
Okay.
Whether that was a set-up or whatever, I don't know. It did look like he booted her, but I mean, whatever. She's in it as well because she's in the mainstream. But if he booted her, then that's bang out of order without a doubt. Shouldn't be doing that shit anyway. But at the same time, she's still part of the bigger picture. You know what I mean?
Just remember, there's always an abuser and then there's the abusee. The difference between the two.
Of course.
So that's evidence. I mean,
I'm not saying she deserved. That's not what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean, that's not what I'm saying. It's bang out of order. If it was all above board story, not above board, because it's not above board story. I mean, right. Let's look back again just to see.
then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway.
Yeah,
I've
Okay,
now settled-
so that's evidence. I mean, if that's not evidence that she got assaulted, then
He certainly did kick her there. Absolutely. PJ needs to put that on, and the music is fantastic. What? Put what on? Put what on? I won't be able to do it tonight, whatever it is, but parle-moi à boire. What the hell is that? Oh, Southern Comfort. Is that a movie, Southern Comfort? I'll
Yeah,
check it.
PJ.
Yeah.
Southern Comfort. That Parlez-nous à boire is one of the songs from out the film. It's a
All right.
cracking
So
movie.
that's Southern Comfort. What is it about?
It's about these territorial army type people on maneuvers, exercise in
1981.
the Louisiana swamps, and they come across these Cajuns,
Right.
and they get into battle with them.
Right.
A bit like Predator, but it isn't aliens.
So 1981 movie,
Yeah,
and it's right. So
I'll tell you, you'll love it.
yeah, I'll have to. The only place I can get it on is Prime, so I'll have to rent it for $3.49 if I've got to watch it, unless I can get it on a movie site. But sometimes the older movies on the movie sites, the volumes are crap. So I'll check out for it. We've got this weekend kind of tied up, but it's a possibility for Sunday. But somebody else mentioned something else for Sunday as well, and I can't remember what it was. It'll come back. But yeah, okay, we'll have a look at that someday.
You know,
Definitely.
what's that one with Bert something when I'm going down the canal on the canoe?
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, you mean
Not the canal, the river.
Deliverance.
Deliverance. It's a bit like that.
Oh, is it? I hope they don't hump a dude, do they?
No. Squeal like a pig, boy.
Yeah,
Now,
they don't do that. Right. Okay, we'll look out for it. We'll watch that someday. We'll watch that. As I said, PJ went on holiday once to the Baltimore State Pool in the basement. Thought it was neat. Later, I noticed in a video about these type folk back in early America. I don't think it's a pool. Okay. Yeah, Deliverance. Yeah, there's a movie night. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But they kill a pig though. Okay. As long as they don't make a dude squeal like a pig. And the dude that they did that to is the one that was in Superman. Lex Luthor's little sidekick. What was his name in it?
Yeah. Oh, I can't think of his name now.
Can't remember his name either now. Yeah. But we know who we're talking about.
2016.
What do people need to see?
Allegedly shows Combs assaulting then-girlfriend.
And how anyone can say that's alleged is kind of weird, right? But anyway, she's just a vulnerable woman who got caught up in something extremely dark, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, the scripture's clear. People reap what they sow.
Yes, definitely got caught on something dark, but not innocently. She knew what she was getting into. Yes, bad things happen, definitely, as a result, but she knew what she was getting into. Without a doubt.
PJ.
Yeah.
Ned Beatty.
Ned Beatty, is that his name in real life?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, and also John Voight was in it as well.
John Voight was in it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Nice. That's what I get called by that dude, isn't it? Lesbian John Voight.
Yeah, the Rhinestone Cowboy.
Yeah.
She sowed that, so she reaped that. She sowed a deal with the devil. Ultimately, it's the way that it is. You know, I was actually having a conversation with a brother in Christ yesterday and explaining to.
I certainly did. I mean, when I was younger, my cousins worked in video shops, so I always went there and got my movies cheaper. And yeah, I was lots of movies I'd rent and go back and rent them again. I'd have them out for weeks at a time. But then brand new. I mean, I watched so many movies when I was younger, and then when I was older as well. But there was a certain time when I was on drugs, there was certain movies I didn't see in these certain years. So there is some that, that surprised me now and again. It was like, oh, I remember that, but I didn't see it because I was on drugs, sort of thing. Or I seen it, but can't remember it because of the drugs. You know. Oh, good.
Him reaping and sowing. We're not under the law, we're under grace. But the reaping and sowing
right.
aspect of our experience here upon the earth is still a reality, okay? Somebody can't be involved in evil and not expect to encounter evil. The same way, if somebody's doing good, then they're
Right.
going to be reaping good. Even if that's the
Well, you see the fruits by it. You see the fruits by it because of it.
moment of the transaction, the exact second when it happens. It's a good thing when you do something out of love, ultimately. If you're doing something out of love, it never fails. Love never fails, okay? But on this other end of the spectrum, evil always fails. And if somebody is sowing evil, they're going to reap
That's
evil.
it,
They're going to reap
absolutely. In the
destruction.
end-
Yah rebuke the enemy. That's why I always
Evil will always fail, and then the good will always prevail. In the end, it's already written. We know what's got to happen.
rejoice because Yahweh, I know he's on my side and I'm truly blessed.
Jono in the hoose.
Yo!
Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, my brother.
So praise the Most High for that. And I love you all, family. Everyone who is here on one accord, who is not here to sow division or to be wicked, but to actually be loving and to grow in the spirit. You know, I've witnessed so many failures in life try to destroy good things. And you know what happens? The good things always prosper and the failures stay where they are. Failures. So
Right.
praise Yah. This guy here, he sowed so much wickedness that...
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So much wickedness. But it's like you say, it's part of the stage, the world stage, you know. But he obviously thought he was untouchable. But the mugshot you see of him is definitely not him. That famous mugshot you see of him when being arrested, it's not him. The moles ain't on his face or anything. His face is a different shape. It's a lookalike, but it's not him. Definitely not him. Not his mugshot.
Well, he is now reaping an extremely
Smite him from above. Absolutely needs to be smited. Yeah, they all have fork tongues. Never know. Exactly.
serious situation. Look at this. Oh man, I don't even want to read this part, but the Most High gave us commandments for a reason, okay? To be with one person for a reason, right? You have one wife if you're a man, and if you're a woman, you have
one for a reason. It causes too much trouble, division, spiritual passage onage. Spiritual passage onage. Just putting your fluids between people. You know, it's a spiritual thing, sex. It should be between person and his married partner, whatever you want to call them, wife, Mrs., you know? And that's how it should be, because otherwise you see what sex does. It causes a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. It's terrible what it does if you think about it. Even if you're not with that person, they sleep with like a load of people, just say you fancy them, it makes you jealous as hell. Well, not me, but I mean the people in general, you know. And look at people who are married and they go out and cheat on each other. Why? But you want to be with your partner, but you want to cheat because it's wickedness. It causes a lot of troubles. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that will always. That's why we are warned against it. That's why he says you're meant to be with one person. God knows best.
one husband, okay, is to protect you from these type of things, and also because of various other reasons as well. It's just completely immoral to have multiple partners. But these people in Hollywood, they do everything they possibly can to try and spit in the face of the Most High, and then they cry about it after they've been involved. Now, I do believe Cassie was a victim in the situation, but she still sowed a lot.
He's quite wise for a young, isn't he? Well said, brother. Well said.
Of wickedness.
There's a few things he's a little bit green on, absolutely, like we all are. But yeah, he's good. He's good.
And reaped it as well. She was involved in those things, right? Now, a detail that I discovered, but I'm not going to click on that website because the pictures on the article are just too explicit. But basically, P. Diddy, apparently, after Cassie had, and this is where the black magic really is evident, after Cassie had engaged in the sexual acts with the male prostitute and he had released semen inside of her, P. Diddy would take the semen out of her and rub it on his chest or ask her to do it. Now, to the
Dude, really? I mean, come on. No, I don't. Oh, my goodness, come on. I mean, that's what I said, and that's what he did.
world, they'll say, oh, that's just a really sick thing that he's doing. Okay, it's just a really sick thing, which it is a really sick thing. But for those of you who know what Thelema is, and you know what these occultists, these people who are involved in black magic, sex magic, and those type of things are involved in, that is exactly what he was doing there. They believe that there is actually power in semen. They believe that there is power in blood, and that is why they drink blood. And
well, there's life in the blood, and semen, well, eventually it's going to be partly blood, you know, it makes it. So, yeah, I mean, I suppose to some degree, life in the blood. So, yeah, I can see why the demonic use it. Good doubt. It's what starts life, and they're perverting it.
And that is why they rub semen on their body. And, you know, this is why the devil has actually tried to pervert sexual activity into, instead of a man and a wife just having normal intercourse, and she could possibly have a baby, right?
Doesn't matter anymore. Anybody with anything, anybody inanimate, animate, different breed, different species, you know what I mean? Anything, be pansexual, hump anything, anybody, anywhere, anytime. It's disgusting. It culls the population for one, because it makes everything sterile.
What these people do is they encourage in a different place, okay? Understand, that is black magic. You may not want to accept it, but it is, okay? It is. If people are, especially men, doing it on themselves, it's black magic, okay? But the world has become so perverted that they don't even realize that they're involved in actual...
Normal for some people now. Normalized to it. It is. It's like, well, so, oh, like that, it's just a kink. No, it's an abomination.
I know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Your kink is an abomination.
Satanic activity, because it's been so normalized. And one of the main reasons I'm making this video is because I don't want people getting caught up in this satanic stuff.
Right. Marry your desk lamp and shake in a letterbox. Why not? Why not? Why not? Hey, baby, imagine the shit swallowed. I bet he was happy. He rubbed it. Oh, babe, shut up. And the thelemic union even used the star there as well, look.
Stuff, because it's actually trying to branch out now into the mainstream, right? This Thelema cult, that they try to act as if they're righteous and that they're actually doing good things, when if you really look into their writings, which I don't recommend, by the way, but it is just dark, sick filth, okay? And they tried to say that Aleister Crowley, who is a Satanist, one of the most famous Satanists ever, in fact, he's even a...
He's the go on.
PJ, can you give me a super spanner so I can block Vicky?
No.
On album art of many famous musicians and bands. He is apparently not living according to Thelema, but he actually is, in fact. He was one of the people who demonic entities channeled through for these cultic, wicked pieces of knowledge to even come into the mainstream. And what these cultists will do is they'll run to commentaries. They won't go to the actual, you know, writings from these.
Once I get to 1,000 subs, you can have a managerial spanner. I'll give you a mission. Get me 1,000 subs, you can be a managerial. I'm only joking.
Thing is out. Yeah, these people have got all these followers and fans who like to emulate them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's true. That's true. Now I'll give you one soon enough.
Satanic people such as Aleister Crowley and the books on Thelema. They'll go to commentaries of wicked occultists who are trying to cover up how evil this cult is. Now, I do actually have a testimony that I was going to release regarding when Hollywood reached out.
What would the children say, babe? Take it in a new level. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What she'll like. She's engusting. Babe, you're engusting.
To me, because it did happen. I didn't go to Hollywood and I completely rejected what they offered. But basically, I produced a beat, and this beat was a pretty good beat actually. It was on a channel that I run where I make beats, okay? I don't really promote it, but I do that as well. And before I was a Christian, I was very, very into making beats and selling beats and this kind of thing. And yeah, a lot of music artists did use my beats. But there was a specific artist who reached out to me. I'm not going to name him. And this was by far the most famous artist that has ever reached out to me. And he wanted to use one of my beats, but he didn't only want to use that beat. He wanted to fly me out to America and he wanted me to produce a beat like that beat, but not that beat exactly. So he liked that beat. In fact, I'll show you the beat it was. Let me show you. All right, so this is the beat. I'll play a little bit for you. But this is the beat that the people in Hollywood...
Neither am I, babe. Don't say that. It's disgusting. It doesn't suit you. Yuck.
...noticed, and they wanted to fly me out to make a beat like this for their artist, okay? So listen to this.
Pause it in case he's got it copyrighted, because it's his. So I'll pause it for a second here and there, because he might have it copyrighted.
Okay, so you get the point, right?
He's only got a bit of mine, so that's good.
You get the point, right? So they wanted me to produce a beat like this. And what happened is I declined. And the reason I declined is because I looked into this specific artist. Like I said, I don't want to name him because I don't even want to really open up the gateway for communication with these people again. But this artist was 100% a Satanist. And they outright admitted they was a Satanist in interviews, stuff such as that. Yeah, he even has music videos where he's literally looking as a demon. So these people are very, very wicked. They're very, very sick. And what they tried to do is, I was way younger than I am now at the time of me making this beat, and praise the Most High that they didn't actually reach out to me when I made this beat, but after, when I had got saved. Because I believe that genuinely, if I hadn't been saved, if I wasn't aware of how dark the music industry was, then I may have actually flew out to America and Yah rebuked that situation. I'm so happy that the Most High protected me from that. But what I'm saying is, these situations that we see, is very strange how all these music executives and all of these artists, they're all involved in Satanism. Their music is promoting Satanism, it's promoting violence, it's promoting...
Don't get me started on Sticky Vicky and a ping pong balls, or ping balls. Oh, babe.
Evil, and it's because they serve Satan. That's the truth. Okay?
Right.
If people can't come to terms with the fact that there is a spiritual realm, that you actually do have a soul, that you actually do have a spirit, then of course they're not going to understand these situations, because they think they're just a biological meat suit that is valueless, and well, there apparently is no good and evil according to them, but everything's just subjective. So when they do things such as, well, what we spoke about in this video, let's not go back into detail, when they do that type of stuff, they don't even think it's bad. They just think, oh no, that's what they like. It's sick. It's evil.
See, it's good having it on the screen, because now you guys in YouTube can see, if anything, because of the StreamYard side, you can see if anybody's talking over on Rumble, because I've just tested it there and it comes through. Yeah, it was me and Rumble. So, oh, hold on, why is it under PJ Crookshank? Should be under Angling for Truth. Because it comes through under my profile name, even though it's under Angling. Okay, let's try again. That's still the same. Still the same. But yeah, that's good. At least you can see it through there as well. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
If you want me to go deeper into exposing these types...
There's Sandra.
That numpty I've been in for ages. I haven't seen him. That
Who?
PJ Crooker bloke.
PJ Crooker. Oh, that numpty. I know.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's saying.
Type of
never
celebrities
and
the
a
porn
like.
industry as well.
I know,
Then let me know in the comment section below, and I may do that. The reason why I do these type of videos, for the record, is because of this verse here. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them.
Absolutely. Well said, bro. Well said. Have no fellowship with unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. So it means exposing them and correcting them, rebuking them, getting people told, look, this is the wrong way. Christ is the right way. Absolutely.
Expose them, correct them. Why should we do this? Because it helps people come to Christ. People realize, oh, that's evil.
Well, I really didn't see this beforehand, and you literally just said what I said, pretty much. Well,
Okay, well, what's the other side of it? Jesus Christ. And what did Jesus Christ tell us? That he is the true light. But look at this. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world. That's Jesus Christ. And men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. You know these people who don't want to accept that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life? And they won't even just believe on the Lord Jesus Christ alone for their salvation. Why? Because they love dark.
no, wait. My PJ Cooker account has gone down by 3 subs. It was on 138, now it's on 135. So people are even going to there and unsubbing. Here he is. Here I am. There he is. There, little no.
Hey, PJ Crooker, good to see you.
I know. PJ, listen, Peach, I'll give you a bye today, man, but you get cheeky to me, you're out. You're out. I'm telling you, Peach. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me, you knob.
Darkness rather than light, because their deeds are evil. They are condemned already because they have not believed on the name of the only begotten Son of God. But they can repent and believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. It's very simple. And no matter who you are, you can be saved. No matter how much wickedness you've done, you can be saved. And this is how, Acts 16:31. And they said, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and thou shalt be saved, and thou house. What does this mean? It means you trust alone in Jesus Christ. You believe that he really is the Christ, the Son of God, that he died, his blood was shed for the remission of sin, and he rose on the 3rd day. And if you believe in him, meaning you trust in him alone for your salvation, you put your trust in him, right? You're trusting in him alone. You're not trusting in yourself. You're not trusting in anything else. You trust in Christ. You shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Whether you're a celebrity, whether you are somebody who's been involved in Satanism, no matter what you've been involved in, you can be saved. Purely by believing on the Lord Jesus Christ, you will get saved. Okay, it's very simple. You're saved by grace through faith, not of yourselves, not of works. It is the gift of God, so that nobody can boast. I know that there are many people who are in those industries who are lost, and I've had communication with many of you. So feel free to reach out to me, and I will happily tell you the true gospel, which is Jesus died, his blood was shed for the remission of sin, and he rose on the 3rd day. And I'll explain to you how to be saved and more deeper things if you need to ask those questions. And if you want to know those things without going into my DMs, go over to my second channel, AVS Talks. I'm going to be uploading a video soon about the verse that speaks about Lord, Lord, because many people have been confused by that verse. And subscribe there as well. And subscribe to this channel as well if you haven't already done so. The Most High does love you.
Absolutely.
He does want you to have peace. He doesn't want you to be suffering. He doesn't want you to have pain. He wants you to rest in.
Again, I'll go put his link. His link is in the description, but I'll go get it again for you guys. I'll just let him finish off.
In Christ. Okay? So no matter what you've done in your past, repent and believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and you shall be saved. There's an extremely high chance that this video is going to be demonetized. So if you do want to support the ministry and the content creation, various ways to do so in the description box below. And also feel free to check out my website because I'm going to be adding more Bible study tools over there. And
yeah, that's done. Amen. Amen to that, bro. Fair play, fair play. I think
that was actually a decent video.
Yeah, that was a decent video. I think I've subbed to him anyway. That's his link there, guys, if you want to. He's quite young. He's green in a few things, definitely. But I think he's on the right path. Without a doubt, dude. Without a doubt. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. So, yeah, there's his link, guys. Yeah. Play out with Harry Matt now, I suppose. And then we'll head over to Rumble and watch Trainspotting. Let me just get Rumble's link for you guys. Copy. And we'll play out with Harry Mack. There we go. There's the Rumble side. Fair play. Yeah, that was pretty good. What do you reckon to that, Ryan? Are you still about? Hey, he's not. Okay. Sandra?
I just said decent.
Yeah, good. You like it? Yeah. No, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was. I think he did a good job, man. He covered the points. Definitely right about a lot of it. Green on a few of the media topics, thinking that like certain things people don't know, like the courts and stuff like that. When we know a little different. But listen, he's on the right path.
But he knows a lot more than most people.
Absolutely,
about the situation.
100%. I mean, he's popular. He's got. I mean, look, come on. What am I saying? I've got 622 subs. He's got 185,000. He maybe knew a bit more than me. Diddy must have been a heavy smoker for him to get a paddling pope. What you like?
Yeah. Just give us a few weeks, PJ. You'll get there.
Oh, a few weeks or so. Yeah. It's only took me like 2 years to get to 600. But I remember when I started streaming, I was on 35, I think. When I started streaming,
I'm doing well. I've got. Let's have a look. 72. I've gone down one.
They go up and down every day, bro.
Yeah.
It's usually just the YouTube messing about somehow, but
Yeah,
yeah, they go up and down every day.
72. I've gone down.
Fair play. Let's do that one. That's more natural. Cool. Right, guys, I'll play out with Harry Mack. And there's the link for Rumble if you're joining us. I'll say bye to the YouTube side after we play Harry Mack. Here we go.
Oh,
What's happening?
like your hat.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's really nice. Could I do a freestyle for you?
Go for it.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. All right, but I need your help. Could you give me like some creative words to use in my freestyle?
Onomatopoeia.
Nice. Onomatopoeia. All right.
Loyalty.
Loyalty. That's a good one.
Deranged.
Deranged. That's good. That's good. Derange or deranged with a D at the end?
With the D at the end.
Okay, all right, for sure. Okay, dope. So these are good. Onomatopoeia, loyalty, and deranged. Those are the words, right?
Yeah.
You ready? We'll see. I have no idea. Let's have some fun. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A+ achiever. Off the dome, I'm the #1 free. Rappers are blind to the rhymes, can't see, bruh. Speakers go boom on some onomatopoeia. Mac next level, the craziest guy. Every time I spit, yo, they say that he's fly. I came through to build, not destroy. My fans like onomatopoeias, cause they making noise. Y'all know that I be nice with these raps. I speak the truth, I entice you with facts. My flow is divine, no controlling my mind. Every time I spit, I get open and shine. I'm about to break it down for y'all. When he's spitting, he be killing it. Onomatopoeia is dope, that's multi-syllabic. Onomatopoeia, yo, I wouldn't wanna be ya if you're not a nicer freer. Man, I told ya I'ma freeze ya. I'm too cold when I be rhyming like the weather in the Arctic. I'm too clever when I spark it, I'm much better. I'm an artist, fill the canvas, get the ampers. My flow is so enriching. I be cooking up just like homie in the kitchen. Yeah, and y'all know they about to bear the witness. And your sink is looking empty. Good job, you did your dishes. I'm about to make it felt, I make the track melt. Every time I rhyme, I'ma win the champion belt. Yo, there ain't no rapper that's destroying me. In the game, I'm about to keep my loyalty. Yeah, rappers that sell out, they be annoying me. Y'all know I spit it coy, my G. I keep it clever when I'm off the top, destroying with the flames. Never selling out, cause Harry Mack is loyal to the game. That's the reason that they love it when I spit, they gotta give props. I'm loyal to rap, staying loyal to hip hop. Loyal to the culture, I'm in love with this music. So how could I ever choose to abuse it? I gotta keep spitting free, using creativity and taking the utmost liberties. Boost your positivity every time I bust rhymes. Smiles on their faces, I'm delivering the plus sign. Yeah, yo, that's my mission in this life. H-Mag is getting busy when he's ripping on the mic. They like he really does his lyrics off the head full. That dude's a superhero, that dude's like Deadpool. Yeah, they said rap was dead till it's the rebirth. Had to incorporate it, I grabbed it off your t-shirt. Yeah, y'all know I'm about to be the #1 room scanner. On your counter got a banana, I see that there. Good for your health, eating the fruit. Harry Mack is getting paper, he be stacking up the loot. Listen, that dude is strange when he's spitting the flames. I'm melting the mainframe, yo, they couldn't maintain. I take aim, rappers say they better, it's just a claim. It's insane, if they saying that they must be deranged. Yeah. I'm that unbelievable friend. I said deranged singular or with a D at the end. You said definitely D at the end, so let's do that. All 3 words that you threw at Mac, I'ma use that. Throw them right back to you, doing what I have to do. Before you try to battle, dude, you know you gotta master you. Yeah, I stretch from Earth out to Saturn. You got the fingernails with the squiggly pattern. I'ma break it down non-stop, illest one, is that true? In this tournament, I'm permanent just like your tattoos. Yeah, Mac, I be going more than skin deep. I'm always strong on these songs, never been weak. Hey yo, honestly, you making my night. I'm known for kicking freestyles, that's the craziest type. But I don't wanna go wild and spit these freestyles if I can't make a random stranger that I meet smile. So thanks so much for coming through and bringing your energy. If you feeling low, hairy neck is the remedy. I told y'all when I'm rhyming, I be spreading that joy. If y'all are feeling what you hearing, go and make some noise. Let's go.
What the f?
Nice. That was quite a nice chill one. Excellent. Right, guys, I'm going to cut off the YouTube side and we're going to head over to Rumble. Then I'll play a song there while I go make a coffee. Then we'll watch Trainspotting. So let's do that. Bless you guys. Thanks for being with us on YouTube. If you're not joining us in Rumble, I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. GMT. I'll probably sort out the stream while we're over on Rumble. So I'll do that. Bless you guys. Love yous. And I will see you tomorrow if I don't see you on the Rumble side. Ta-ta! Here the sun sets free. It's free. Indeed.
Indeed.
Ta-ta.